Welcome to the Matrix. Hello. We're going to walk through the Matrix and then back to the real world, which is still kind of Matrixy, but not like this. So we're going to walk through here because this is. I came here actually just to get a couple of bits. This is one of them. Hello, I will change your life and heal you. Please consume me. We're just going to walk through here and then out the other side. This country is funny. Like the way that people are in this country is really like I'm not used to it. Even in the UK, they don't act like this. So I was in a Woolworths yesterday, and I walked in there. I didn't buy anything, and I walked out. I do that sometimes. And the woman at the checkout came up to me and said, "Hey, I need to look in your bag, look in my backpack." And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Because there's a sign over there that says that I can look in anyone's bag." And I was like, "Wow, you're not looking at my bag. Like, this is a completely invasion of privacy. Just because I didn't buy anything doesn't mean that you automatically have the right to look in my bag." And then she was like, "Come with me," as if like when a school teacher is like, when a school teacher's like, "Come with me," and like takes you into the corner. She was like, "Come with me," like taking me over to the sign where she was going to point at where she could, like where it stated that she could go through my bag. Anyway, let's get out of the Matrix. It's not the greatest place to do a live stream. People looking at me, yeah, it's because my energy field is open. I'm aware of it. I've eaten food that opened it, which is fine. I'm used to it now. I kind of don't care anymore. Like, I just don't mind. See, there's power in learning how to control your energy field and learning how to close it. There's also power in having it open and just not giving a shit anyway. That is a different kind of power. And that one's actually harder to obtain. It's easy to be confident when you know that no one's even perceiving you. But when everyone's looking at you, can you do it then? That's the thing I'm working on now. And that's the hardest part. That's really difficult. But it's really rewarding. Pretty nice here, though. Got some beautiful, "Hello, I will heal you. Please drink me. Yum, yum." Orange juice is the greatest. Orange juice is so powerful. It's like bleach because it's citrus. Citrus is like the best cleaner. It's like bleach. It goes through your body and just rips out any toxins. It's quite aggressive in the way that it does it as well. It's really powerful, orange juice. Am I still in Australia? Yeah, this is Australia. To be fair, it looks very Asian, doesn't it, that? But they're the sorts of buildings you get in Asia. There you go, there's more development. But this is Australia, yeah. I like it here. Out of all the Matrix countries, this is the best one. Look at the dog. Hello. 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 Come here. Hello. Oh. Hi. Hello. It's a happy dog. Cool. Yeah, this is the best. This is the best country out of all like the Matrixy countries. That is a proper black label. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is power. This is pasteurized as well. I just got a pasteurized one. People are often surprised by that. Like, oh my God, he's drinking pasteurized juice. But you don't have to be perfect in this world, especially when you're somewhere like this. You just got to do what you can. There's no raw juice in the Matrix. I came here because I was like, I'm just going to walk in a direction, and I just ended up in the Matrix there. But now I'm going to leave the Matrix and walk back to the naturey bit, or the nicer bit. My Melbourne. No, this is Gold Coast. If it was Melbourne, everyone would be wearing jackets because it would be really cold. But here, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, which is beautiful. It's warm enough to do that. Look, nobody has a jacket on, or very few. Cool. Loads of wildlife here that you don't see in other countries. Yesterday, outside my hotel room, there were hundreds of parrots in a tree, like bright coloured, multicolored parrots. They were really loud, but it was really cool to see, like really bright birds. So we're just going to head back this way now, because this area is very, even though it's nice. So this is the thing about this country, even like the Matrixy bits, they make them look all nice. Like, this is nice. What do I think about pomegranate juice? Yeah, it's a fruit. It's a fruit juice. Drink it. Have I seen some barefoot walkers? Yeah, I do see that. I saw one yesterday. You see that around here. Especially because it's the beach. So we're just by the beach, so you're going to see that. Was wondering where you've been. I've been doing live streams every day. I just haven't really felt like posting. So I go through phases sometimes where I just don't post as often. And that's because whenever I'm going through like a detox myself, like a more of like an emotional detox, which is part of the detox process, then I tend to post a bit less. Because it's good to get a grasp on what you're experiencing before you share your insights. So you experience the thing, well, this is how I do it. I experience the thing, whatever the level up is, and I just follow my natural energy. If I don't have anything to talk about, I won't just force it. And I know that is because basically when I make a post, I want it to be useful to someone. So if I'm going to post something, I want it to be something that someone can use to make their life better. So I don't want to just be posting like, hey, look, it's Australia. How cool. Like, I want it to be useful to someone. So, and that's my goal with every post. I want someone to be able to benefit from it. I want it to be advice or something someone can use. I don't want the page to get clogged up with like filler and bullshit. I want people to be able to find the information that they can use to make their life better. So if I can't post anything like that, then maybe I'll do a live stream, which is what I was thinking today, and answer questions and speak to everyone this way. What do I think about organic fruits? Yeah, they're fine. It doesn't matter. GMO, organic. People always say like, oh, you can't eat GMO. It's like, well, you've never really cleaned your body if you think that. Because if you clean your body, you'll see that really it's the electric living water that your body wants. And GMO fruits will still provide that. People are, the only people who are really, really fussy with the food, like really fussy, are people who have never really cleaned. Because if you really clean, you'll recognize that it doesn't really matter because your body will just remove any toxins anyway. So if you have a really clean body, you can put GMO fruit in it. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Right, hold on. I'm just going to have some juice. One sec. People changing frequency device. What does that mean? Totally agree and appreciate that value. Fully metabolizing lessons before sharing. That's exactly right. One sec. I'm just going to drink some of this. Cool. This is the good stuff here. You just received my book yesterday and read it. Thank you, and we'll be starting your journey. Awesome. That's cool. The best thing about the transition foods in the book is that you can start straight away. It's not hard to start. It's really simple. Like, you can just get everything in your local supermarket. Would you say it's much easier for a teen to detox and clean? Absolutely, 1,000 times easier for someone who's, say, 21 years old versus someone who's 31 years old. It's so much easier. Easier in a way that if you clean at the age of 21, you'll never have to go through the major bullshit that someone who's over 30 will have to go through when they begin to clean. It's like night and day. I've witnessed people who are in their early 20s clean, and they have such an easy time. It's not easy for anyone, but if you're like 30, 35, 40 years old, and you've been eating the wrong food for all that time, and then you got to do a detox, the detox is harder. Obviously, immensely worth it. But cleaning your body is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Absolutely. One of the most difficult things you'll ever do. You need to stop posting. Yeah, basically, you want to post. So basically, especially if you're male, you want to post things when you're feeling your very best. Never show your battles. Like if you're in the middle, like, and I've made that mistake a couple of times. Never show, because nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants you to offload. Everybody's dealing with something. As a man, it's your job to figure out your stuff and deal with it. I truly believe that. Because you are equipped to do so. You don't need to share it with anyone else. The art of war. And we are in a war, by the way. Anyone who doesn't recognize it just hasn't begun to remove the prison bars yet. When you begin to remove the prison bars, that's when you see that you have been in prison. Actually, when you begin to remove them, that's when you see that you are in prison. And that's when you see the spiritual war. Wow, look at that. Almost looks like a bird. Yeah, the spiritual war is very real. We are in one. Every single being or every single human on this earth, or I would say 99.999% of them, but let's say everyone, because the war is for the world and humanity itself, we are all at war. And you can say that you're not and bury your head in the sand, but you are, and we are, and there is a war happening. And the war is for consciousness, and the goal of the enemy is to completely eliminate free will. That's their goal. They want to completely eliminate all free will. So, when you begin to heal and clean your body, they start paying attention to you. And that's when you realize that you are in war, and you always have been. And that almost everybody is imprisoned. So the stuff I've been going through in terms of cleaning my body and healing it and getting all this gunk out is recognizing the war that we are in. And I'm really glad I'm doing it now, even though it's been a hard time. I look around and I don't see anyone else dealing with this because I don't see anyone else doing this to the same extent. But when you start cleaning your body, you'll start noticing this stuff. And that's when you become the soldier. You realize that you've always been in a war, but you haven't been a soldier, because a soldier is consciously at war. You become a spiritual soldier when you start to heal and clean your body. And then you realize that you are in a war, and you always have been. But then when I first started noticing it, I was like, I don't want to be in a war. I don't want it. And I was like burying my head in the sand. You don't really have a choice. And that's honest reality. That's actual facts. You are in a war. This is a war zone. Regardless of whether it looks like it or not, this is a spiritual war zone, and it's a game we're playing, and it's multi-dimensional, and everybody's involved. And the way that you win is you reclaim your vessel. And if you don't, you lose. But not only do you lose if you don't, we all lose. All of us. And so that's the gravity of what's happening here. And they don't want anyone to notice. They don't want anyone to figure out that we're at war. Because if people start working it out, then people are going to start to free themselves. So their tactic, this is modern warfare. You get those Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare, where it's like guns and shooting and technology. And it is technology, but it's not guns and shooting. It's much more covert than that. Modern warfare relies on the targets not noticing the war. That's modern warfare. It's a silent war until you notice and start playing along and start fighting. You thought of me when you added cheese and butter to your pasta and was like, oh, this is the mucus. Exactly. Gunky mucus. That plant is called a bird of paradise. Oh, that's cool. You thought you were a projector, but ChatGPT told you you're a manifester. Well, if you just Google your human design chart, you'll get it and it'll tell you what you are. Don't listen to ChatGPT. But are we fully in the war if we not truly see it? Yeah, you're fully in it, but you're a victim of it if you can't see it. Because, and make no mistake, like there is no getting out of this without conscious intent. You have to consciously decide that you want to be free. And then try, like what I've had to do, try and figure out. Luckily, I've figured it out mostly, so I can share it. But what I've had to do is figure out how to get out of this with no guidebook, handbook, teacher, guru, anything. Just me, myself, and God figuring this out. Trying to figure out how to get out of this. How do we break free? And I'm still figuring it out now. I'm very far along the process, but I'm still going. It's crazy how deep the rabbit hole goes. It's seriously insane. Like how many layers of indoctrination, conditioning, and prison bars that have been built that are invisible. Do you know what this place is to them? Do you want me to honestly tell you what this place is to them? It's a farm. This place is a farm. You think that like cows and pigs are the highest form of entity being farmed? No, this is a farm to them. All of this infrastructure, these are like, so when you keep horses in stables, where do you keep people? It is like that. This is a farm to them. And they are grooming people to eat them. Just blowing the whistle on their secrets, but that's what it is. They don't like me very much because I tell everyone what they're trying to do. And do you know how long it took to get the courage to start talking about this stuff? It's really hard, especially when you don't know what you can say. When you have knowledge that very few people have, it's hard to know what you can say to a big bunch of people. But, yeah, this is a farm to them. I'm not going to say it is a farm because then I'm sort of admitting that it is. But that's what it is. And that's what all the food is. That's why they put butter, they get you to eat butter and oil. Why do they want you to fill your body with oil? Think about it. Why do they want you to do all this stuff? It's gross what they're up to. Free will cannot be removed, you say. Well, how many of your actions do you believe that you're deciding consciously to do? So I can tell you, it's way less than you think. No one has any private, well, very few of us have any private thoughts. You think when you think a thought that nothing's hearing it? When you think a thought, it's being uploaded. When you think a thought, it gets uploaded to a server. All the thoughts you've ever thought are in a server. They're on the internet. You can just, you think that now when you're sitting in your house on your own and you're thinking things that no one's listening. That's why you have to learn to think without thinking. And I know how that sounds. You need to learn how to have the thought without explaining it in your own mind. And what I mean by that, so let me give you an example. When you think a thought, you do it now. Think a thought, think of a sentence and watch the subtle movements that happen in your throat, mind, and your body as you think that sentence. Those subtle movements are being read and that thought is being uploaded. So you have to learn how to think thoughts without any kind of movement or telegraph whatsoever. And what that means is that instead of extrapolating the thought in your body, using your body to do it, you register it as a concept. Hopefully this makes sense. You register it as a concept and then you let it go. It happens in an instant. And that is intuition. That's your 5D mind. As soon as you begin to pull that thought from the non-physical into the physical by thinking about it, I know how weird this sounds, but just stay with me. As soon as you pull that thought into the physical by thinking about it, so instead of just having it, recognizing it, absorbing it, and letting it go, all in an instant, by the way. If this takes longer than 0.2 seconds, you did it wrong. And I know how this sounds again, but it takes practice. That's what the 5D is. And if you extrapolate that thought, it gets uploaded to a server. As soon as you bring it into the physical, it's like boom, because everybody is connected to this network. They are using technology that's in everyone's body, and you're all connected. So when you think things, when you say things, when you do things, it's all recorded and uploaded. You don't have private thoughts unless you're in a 5D state. Even everything I'm saying now, well, to be fair, there's Little tricks you can do. Little tricks you can do. Hint, hint. To mask yourself, which I'm going to do in a moment. How do you fight it? How do you fight it? Fight! You fight by restoring yourself. You clean your body. Do you know how hard it is to figure out how to get all of this shit out of the body? It's not even just as simple as just drinking juice. It is a big component of it. There's certain foods you have to eat that pull things out of your intestines. Most people have heavy metals all throughout their intestines and little robots beeping and recording and tracking. It's a water refill point. I have to listen to the sign. Just like that woman in Woolworths who said she could look through my bag because there was a sign that said she could. Oh, anyone who comes in the shop, we can look through your stuff. No. Neurodivergents seem to be the chosen ones. Well, you say neurodivergent. To me, that just means someone who has a mind that is capable of examining multiple possibilities. Neurotypical just means parasite, hive mind. About when do you do something right or your path? What does that mean? Sure, through years of work and pain to clear out what was done. So much work. When you start cleaning your body, you're going to go through some stuff, which is cool. You have to recognize that it's good for you, which is hard. That's why you got to do it at your own pace. You're good with these juices. You meditate in the sun every day. That's cool. What resources are they getting from us? Bro, your food. It's food. We're food to them. This is a farm, remember? To them. I will say to them. That's what all this is. Look, free range. That's what it is. Don't worry, we're going to fix it, and we are fixing it. These are free range people. Good idea to try out. What's this guy saying? I'm just telling you the truth of what's happening. I'm just teaching you how to free yourself and restore immortality and get away from the reptilians who have been controlling humanity and eating them for a long, long time. Just that. That's just nothing important. Just that. Just, the most important information in the world. Just the most valuable knowledge in the world. Nothing more important. Nothing more valuable. Just that's all. Well, hold on, I'm going to drink this. 1 second, please. I have to demucus myself. Look at this guy. What are you doing? He knows the score. All right, we're going to have some drink. 1 sec. It's so good. Don't become that. Or, what I should say is, you already are. Learn how to get it off. Do you realize what a process it is to remove that from your body? Do you realize what a process it is? If you start now, it'll take you 2 years probably. And if you're really, really into it, like you really go for it, 2 years probably. Look at this beach, turquoise blue water. It's beautiful. Move with symbols. Reptilians communicate with symbols and sight and images. That's how they do it. People staring at me. They don't like me. It's funny because reptilians are controlling most of these people, or a lot of them. Less here than other places. In Asia, it's very reptilian, but here it's a bit less so. You're loving the content on YouTube. It's the same stuff. It's just about a month old. So if you missed it here, then it'll upload on YouTube and then you can see it again. Because I know TikTok is not really like... YouTube's a bit more organized. With TikTok, it's kind of like you upload something, people watch it, and then it just gets buried in the page. There's no like search feature or anything like that. TikTok's different. TikTok's the coolest social media. Wow, that water is like pure clear blue. It's really nice. Thinking without thinking. Thinking without thinking. That is the name of the game. So to learn how to escape this matrix, you have to learn to think without thinking. Because if all of your thoughts and everything you do is uploaded to a server, that means that an AI can predict everything you're about to do. You will be completely predictable. So if you can learn to think without thinking and move covertly, then you're not predictable. And that's a problem for the enemy. And regardless of whether you want to be in this fight or not, regardless of whether you want to be covert or if you want to fight or if you want to free yourself or not, the alternative is slavery. So you have to take your pick. Do you want to be a soldier or do you want to be a victim? That's what spiritual warfare is. When I talk about joining the spiritual Power Rangers, that's what it is. You learn how to fight. And most people aren't going to like that. I don't like it. But it will make something of you. It'll make you into the powerful being that you're supposed to be. You'll learn how to fight. And not like fisticuffs fight. That's bullshit. So yesterday, over there were a bunch of guys sitting around a table, and they had a bunch of cameras, and one of them, and on the thing it said, he was a vegan guy, and he was debating people. Like anyone could sit down and try and convince him why eating meat was a good idea, which is great. There is no good argument for it. But anyway, like a bunch of farmers came along and started a fight with him and headbutted one of the guys. Because the parasites within the farmers basically said to them, hey, it's justifiable to hit this guy. He's fucking with your farm business. So the parasites will whisper. This is how they get everyone divided. This is how these reptiles and parasites get everyone to fight. So the parasites will whisper, hey, go and beat up that vegan. He's ruining your business. So if you believe someone's ruining your business, then, or if you're a really parasited person and you believe someone's trying to ruin your business, then that parasite saying, hey, go and hit that guy, it kind of sounds like a good idea. So these farmers started fighting these like vegan activist people. And there was a great example of like the war that we're in, because they want you to keep eating the foods that block your body up so they can continue to control your body. So these farmers were like super angry, like really just like exhibiting like all the parasitic behaviors, like shouting, like headbutting people for no reason, going, you fucking foul, like you're ruining our shit, mate. Like proper angry, fucking really angry, just ridiculous display, basically. And that's an example of how this war works. They use humans as the vessels to instigate fighting. So they convinced that the farmers, that the vegan ones were like worth fighting, and then they started a fight. Although it's all just humans under control of parasite. But some people are more parasitic than others, and so they are basically agents for the enemy. So while everybody is a human being, for all intents and purposes, everyone's an agent. So that's why when you hear about gang stalking and all this agent stuff, it is, everybody's an agent. That guy's an agent, these guys are agents, not because they're consciously doing it, but because they have lots of parasites. And some people are so parasitic that they are consciously doing it. The only difference between a good person and a bad person is that the good person doesn't listen to the parasites. How many times in your life have you had like random intrusive thoughts? Like everyone gets them, like intrusive thoughts. I remember at school, a bunch of kids talking about, oh, sometimes my brain just goes, hit that guy or push that guy over or something like that. That's the parasite saying, hey, hit that guy. The only difference between a good person and a bad person is somebody who actually listens to that parasitic thought. You can just recognize it as not you and be like, hey, that's what intrusive thoughts are. What do you think an intrusive thought is? It's an entity that's not you putting a thought in your head. Everybody has parasites. There is no exception. It's just how good are you at keeping them out, recognizing what they're doing, recognizing the thoughts they put in your head, and recognizing how to remove them. And there's multiple different types of parasite. It's not just worms. There's reptile. There's loads. There's a type of parasite for every food. And that's not an exaggeration. That's why this is a thing. It's like a spider's web. It's like a bomb that you need to defuse. Learning to protect your biofield. Yes, it's true. But your biofield can be hacked if you have technology in your body. Your biofield can be hacked. You can be hacked into. If you've never cleaned your body, you can be hacked into. Most of the decisions you're making aren't yours. Most people have a problem with that. It took me a while to realize. But it's true. Most of the decisions you make aren't yours. Most of the thoughts you think, or most of the thoughts that think you, aren't yours. None of your thoughts are private. None of your actions are private until you heal and clean your body. That's how you manifest. That's how you begin to be covert. What do you think when people ask me where I am? I'm always like, or like, where are you going? I'm like, what do you think? I get so many people asking me where I am or where I'm going because they don't know where I am or where I'm going because I've cleaned my body a bit or a lot. So they can't see where I am. Most people, they don't need to ask you. They just type in, hey, where is this person? What are they thinking? What are they doing? Where are they? They can see where you are because they can hack into your biofield because of all the technology in your body. They're using that. This stuff has been around for years as well. AI is not as new as you think. They just give us ChatGPT and all that stuff to make you think it's new. It's not new. They've been using it for like 50 years, more. What do you think happens when you die? Is it worth saying that? Don't say that. Well, let's put it this way. Don't die. It's in your best interest to stay alive. And luckily, that's very much within your power. Where on the coast are you? Yeah, there you go. Agent. No, I'm joking. I'm here. I'm in the place that you can see. This is a live stream. Sorry, I'm 85 messages behind. And you're listening without listening. It's funny because, like, if you don't know what to do, they can listen through your ears and see through your eyes. That's that technology. Right, if you don't believe that you have this, go and look at the sky. Go and look at the sky right now and just stare at it and look at all the things buzzing around in your vision. You have nanobots in your fucking head. And they're relaying everything you think, see, hear, and experience back to a server. Can you please tell us something better? What's better than this? What else could you possibly need to know than this? Can you please tell us something better? What do you want me to talk about? You know, if you go for a run, it will increase your cardio fitness and you'll be able to go for longer runs. You know, what else do you want me to talk about here? Like, this is as good as it gets, mate. I'm telling you I'm telling you what other people won't. It took me a long time to figure out how to say this stuff without fear. Audi have 2 liters of orange juice in the fridge, $4 exactly. Orange juice is the greatest, man. This is good. This is really good. Australian oranges are really high quality as well. Really good. Did I make it up north? Last I was in. Cheers, Javi, bro. Did I make it up north? Nah, this is in the middle. So it's warm enough here. This is a nice place. I like this place. I feel like myself here. I can chill. Black Label is the yummy one. Yeah, I've already realised this is the best one out of all the pasteurised ones. But later I'll go to Harris Farm and get a raw one. I'll probably do that after I drink this. There's a raw. I can go over there and get raw mandarin juice. It costs like double of the pasteurised stuff, or more than double, but it is delicious and it's raw. So I'm not going to not consume raw things. Every day you have to consume something raw. You need some sunshine in your body. You need to consume that raw, light energy. Do I believe we all have part reptilian? No. Well, yes, but you can just get rid of it. They say, like, there's the reptilian part of the brain, all this shit. Don't call it that. Why call it that? That's not what it is. You can get rid of it. Like, the reptilians are that's just a parasite. I've got people looking at me. I've got to move. Right. Calm yourself and just do whatever. Stare at me then. I'll take that as a sign. I'm just going to sit. You want to stare at me while I'm talking about reptilians? I don't care. They hate me anyway. Whatever. They wish they could kill me, but they're not allowed. What do I do for money? Basically, people ask what I do for money because they want to know what to do for money. But basically, if you have valuable things that you can share with people, then people tend to pay you for that. That's why I created a guide, how to detox the body, which you can get if you click on my page and go to my bio. That's a value exchange that people seem to think is worth doing. So that's one way I do it. However it looks for you, become valuable. Offer something of value. You have no fear of anything. What is it in Star Wars where Luke says to Yoda, I'm not afraid, and Yoda's like, you will be. It is a bit like that. Could you give some examples of food we wouldn't think were parasitic? All the food. Pretty much everything. I can't think of a single food that doesn't feed something. But there are foods that feed things that are better to feed than other things. And so it's important. This whole thing is like a spider's web. It's important to recognize that it's not as simple as, basically, if you're new to this, do the transition and then the fruit cleaning. You can do that for years and you'll be progressing. I've been at this 6 years. So the things I do, I'm still experimenting because I'm trying to remove different stuff. And then I'll be able to write a book about that as well. But in the beginning, do what I've done over the last 6 years. You will progress in a way that wouldn't have happened if you didn't clean your body. You got to do the cleaning. You can't see what I'm responding to. Sorry, there's 93 messages ahead of me. I don't want to talk about anything. I want to talk about important stuff today. How do you know all this? What books should we read? There aren't any books with this written in them about the reptile. Well, like you have like David Icke stuff, but he doesn't understand it either. Do you know why David Icke has a baseline level of understanding and it won't go further than that? And because he didn't clean his body. So all of this knowledge coming from the experience I have of navigating this realm while cleaning and having a clean body. For your transition diet, the only time you eat fruit is for breakfast. Is this a good idea? Yeah. So when you're transitioning, I wasn't eating any fruit during the transition period. I was just having like Weetabix or Shreddies with loads of sugar on them and coconut water. Anything that isn't fat is part of the transition. You are not an agent. Yeah, but you are. You're not, but you are. For all intents and purposes, everybody is. That's why when people start elevating themselves, they spend all their time on their own. Because their higher mind subconsciously knows to stay the fuck away from everybody. I would only be able to have friends that are on the same level as me in terms of cleanliness, honestly. Goated info. This is the most valuable knowledge in the world, whether you recognize it or not. You are in a war, whether you recognize it or not. You are. And you're either a soldier or a victim of it. You're either a soldier or you're cannon fodder. But you're in it, whether you like it or not. Bottled juice has been through a heating process that strips the good stuff out. What do you consider to be the good stuff? Because to me, the good stuff is the sugary liquid. The pasteurized stuff doesn't have the electricity in it, and it's no longer living. So raw is better, way better. But if you have blockages in your body, pasteurized juice is going to ferment. And so in the beginning, pasteurized is better. I eat food at night. So in the morning or in the early day, I drink pasteurized. And then when I've cleaned all the food out from the day before, I go and get the raw stuff. And it wouldn't make sense to start the day with raw stuff. It will just ferment. So it's not all about just, oh, you just got to be raw. You have to understand how it works. It's not just about, oh, I just eat raw food and I'm good. You have to understand how it works. This is why a lot of people fail when they go vegan, because they don't understand how the body works. You have to learn about how it works and then act accordingly. It's not as simple as just eat this, just eat that. Learn how it works. In the beginning, it is just as simple as eat this, eat that. But when you get to the point of recognizing the war that we're in and learning how to breathe and realign your body and keep everything conscious, keep yourself present, stop other entities from taking over and invading and walking in to your energy field, that's when you have to really know how the body works. It's not optional. There's no fucking about at this point, which is, it's like 24/7 presence from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. Aware, on it, like busy. Mentally, there's always something happening. I have not done... it's been a long time since I've just had the experience of being bored or doing nothing. The experience of being bored doesn't happen to me anymore. It hasn't happened for a long time. I remember that feeling of boredom, and I'm starting to forget what it feels like. It's been so long. What's the difference between white and yellow mucus? Well, if you consume fruit juices like orange, then it's going to pull it out in that color. But generally, the darker the mucus is, the longer it's been sitting there. You've been told that because you're white, you can't ascend and you're soulless. Yeah, I find that really strange. There's a lot of there's a certain attitude from certain groups of people that I don't want to even go into that. You should use your knowledge in the system. Is bad, but you will get money. Yeah, you don't need to sell your soul. You are actually supported by life. You have so many soulless entity attached beings here in Australia. It's like that everywhere. So here in Australia, it's not as bad. Go to somewhere in Asia, you'll see it's just reptilians everywhere. You think this, like, it's better to be around that than be around the reptilian type. The reptilian type are very angry. They're evil. They're like beings of pure anger and hatred. You don't want that. But they are the natural enemy of the human being. That's why you have to free yourself. It's like people, like, if you eat meat, if you're eating meat, and you don't recognize that you are also cattle, then you're getting what you give. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to at least begin to clean your body. Do you like sea moss and shilajit? Shilajit is Titan blood. I'm not really into that. Sea moss I haven't really experimented with. Honestly, I am a fruit person. I've always been a fruit juicer. I've always been a juice person. It's always worked for me. It always does work for me. It does everything I need it to. I don't really eat the fruit that much. I juice the fruit. I'm a juicer. This keeps my body clean, keeps everything flowing in a really fantastic way. Why is it that all of your knowledge is so uncertain? How can we know anything? Well, just because you're uncertain doesn't mean other people have to be. You can be certain about stuff. You can know things. Knowledge is real. And knowledge is power. Why are you charging us dollars? Who's charging you dollars? This is a free live stream. You're free to ask me whatever you want and I will answer you. Are you talking about my book? All the information in my book is free. You can find that information for free. The book is an amazing resource, though. If you want all that information curated in one place by someone with 6 years of experience who's dedicated their entire life to this, then it's a great book to buy. But you can find the information for free. Robert Morse's book. Does Robert Morse look like he practices what he preaches? Does he? You eat 4 times in a week. Is this progression? Progression in what direction? What's your goal? Are you trying to clean your body? 4 times a week isn't really that much. Depends what you're eating as well. Like if you're eating 4 steaks a week, then that's probably not ideal. If you're eating fruit meals 4 times a week, that's much better. Because while you're not eating, your body will be loosening waste for you to push out with the fruit. There's a really vague question. Why shouldn't we die? Because if you die, let's just put it this way. You have the ability in this lifetime to not die. You can live eternally in bliss with God eventually. That is a real thing. That is very attainable. But if you don't do it, you're going to have to experience the results of the question you've just asked. I don't want to say what it is because it's very negative. I don't want to say it because it sounds like I don't even like saying it. It's just like I don't want to speak negativity. Just realign your body and clean it. You don't need to worry about it. I'm going to buy your book. You won't regret that. Like I said, it's all of the information of how to detox and clean in one place. If you like the way I speak, you'll like the way I write. You eat 70% fruit and the rest is veggies, seeds, and a few nuts. What should you transition to next? Well, what are you trying to do? How long have you been doing it for? Cut out all the fats if you want to clean yourself. I'm not saying never have fats again. I'm saying if you want to clean yourself, you have to replace the water inside your body. And you do that by removing all fats and then going on carbohydrates and then flushing all the old water and replacing it. And then if you want to experiment with some coconut, avocado, that kind of thing, olive oil, whatever you want, do experiments, fine. But if you want to clean yourself, then remove all the fats. You do not fight wars and pick sides. You're no one soldier. Then you're a cannon fodder. I used to say stuff like that. I won't fight. This is not me. I'm not in a war. You're in a war, bro. You can say, this is what I mean. You do not fight wars and pick sides. You have to pick the side of humanity, which is a very easy choice. And yeah, you're in it, bro. Everyone is. You're either a soldier or you're a victim of it. It is like that. You see some good in everyone and love everybody. That's a good way to be, man. Need to go, Soul Brothers. Hope you'll have the greatest day in the days after. Yeah, you're cool, man. Have a good day. That wasn't me saying I need to go. I'm staying to stream. What about if you feel weak and not eating meat? You want a strong physique but want to cleanse your body. Well, you can choose one of those. You can eat meat. You can have a strong body and clean it, but you can eat meat or you can clean your body. You can't do both. So it's up to you. Comment you what happens if you die. What if you get hit by a bus? Yeah, but you're not. It doesn't work like that. Like, so basically, you got to look at this realm like the Greek. Look at the Greek mythology layout of the world. So you have Midgard, which is where we live, and then up there you have. Is it? Yeah, up there you have Valhalla. Down there you have Hell and the underworld. So what happens if you go from here? What happens if you end up down there? Or what happens if you end up there? You got to be very, very... Karma is real, by the way. You're not just going to get hit by a bus. Like, right? If you get hit by a bus, it was only ever for a purpose that would serve you. Everything that happens for you. Remember this. If you are a good being of divine nature, everything that happens here is happening for you, for your development, in your favor, regardless of how it appears. Something good will always come out of it. So... don't worry about that. You're not going to get hit by a bus unless it was divinely orchestrated by God himself. So just think about that. How do I know these things? Well, how do you know what you know? I just have lived a life that has afforded me this knowledge. My life is set on a path. I wanted to be normal. All my life I've wanted to be normal. My whole life I wanted to be normal. Always just, I want to be normal, I want to be normal, I want to be normal. My whole life. And it never happened. I tried to fit in, never happened. Everywhere I go, don't fit in. And now my life has become so esoteric and wacky that I don't relate to anybody. but I have a lot of knowledge. So it's cool. But that's how I know these things. Do I also drink juice from concentrate? Nah, I'll only drink pure juice. This pasteurized is about as low as I will go. And this is the only liquid I consume. So I'll only consume coconut water and juice, raw or pasteurized. I don't mind pasteurized juice. At least it's still clean. It's just been heat treated. So anything like water or from concentrate, I won't drink that. What's so bad about meat? To be honest, I don't like answering this question anymore, but because it should be obvious. Because it's obvious to me, but you shouldn't have to kill an animal to get a meal. Every time you consume that, you're perpetuating the death cycle. And this world is like a death cult. So they want you in their death cult, so they convince you that you need to eat dead bodies. It's crazy, but that's what's wrong. And it causes acids to form in your body, and it gets stuck in your gut. And it's the reason you need deodorant. That's the reason you have bad breath. It's because it's rotting inside of you. That's what meat does. The awareness is blocked by reptilians. It's not that it's blocked by the reptilians. It's because they have convinced you to consume things that block your body up. So it's not that they are blocking you. It's that they have convinced you to block yourself, which is arguably worse. And you know how hard it is to get out of it? Because you have all these emotions tied to these foods. You've been eating them since you were a kid. So you have like an emotional attachment to, I don't know, dinosaur nuggets, or because I used to, or whatever it is, like hash browns or whatever it is, like emotional attachment to that. So when you go to give it up, you have to then feel that emotion. So that's why you get hungry for certain things that aren't good for you, because and you won't notice this because it's hard to notice until you get a bit cleaner, but you're eating those foods to hide from certain emotions. Drinking pasteurized juice after eating carbs is okay. Yeah. So if you eat carbohydrates and don't eat any fats, you can drink as much liquid as you want and it won't cause any issues. It's only when you start putting oils and fats in that this becomes a problem, basically. And not even, so it's mostly oils and the acidic ones. So if you're putting canola oil, vegetable oil, anything that was deep fried in your body, and then after that you go to drink a sugary juice, that's going to cause so much inflammation, bloating, gas and problems. But if you don't consume any oils, then you can drink as much of this as you want. What does Valhalla mean? It's a different place. Up there, that's where the Aesir live. Above. You didn't think hell was real? Where do you think the naughty people go? And it isn't necessarily like that. You'd have to do something really bad to end up there. But, because God is good and full of forgiveness and compassion. That's why in a lot of spiritual texts, especially the Bible, which again is just a book, but there's a lot of spiritual wisdom in the Bible. If you repent of your sins, then you will be saved. Basically, karma is only there to stop you from doing shit that you wouldn't have stopped doing if you didn't receive the karma. So it's like people who say there's like a serial killer and he keeps killing people. His karma is that he gets locked up in a prison forever. But, and a serial killer is a very extreme example, but if you repent of your sins, the karma doesn't need to happen because you can heal it. You can burn your karma by healing yourself of the negative behavior. Now, if you're a serial killer, is probably, again, extreme example. Like if you are at the point of being a serial killer, then, you know, the prison is very likely. But I'm just speaking in terms of repenting from whatever negative behavior it was. You can burn karma by healing yourself. You don't have to experience the repercussions of actions if you recognize the problem with them and stop doing them and feel the empathic fallout of what you did, basically. And then you'll see it was all parasites making you do it anyway. Or not making you do it, but using your body to do it. Because you're not really in control a lot of the time. And I know it feels like you are, but that's because most people are identified with parasitic emotion and behavior. All negative emotion is from parasites. All negative behavior is from parasites. All fighting, arguing, anger, all that shit, guilt, shame, all that shit is parasitic. So when you disidentify from it by recognizing that it isn't you, that's when you free yourself. Sage Sarah, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. You don't get the right nutrition then. Well, that's debatable. I have more energy than anyone I know. I walk around, I get up. So this is my day. I get up, I shower, I leave the hotel, and I don't go back to it until 11 p.m. And I'm moving all day. So if I didn't get the right nutrition, I wouldn't have the energy to do that, would I? And I do push-ups and stuff as I'm walking around. So if I was malnourished in any way, how would that even be possible? Most people I know who eat the right nutrition don't even like to walk from here to like that sign over there. They'll get a taxi to it, like, or they'll drive. I used to hang around with people who had a big problem with walking places. It's because they're eating meat. Carnivorous animals are the animals that sleep the most because they need more sleep to process the quote-unquote food they've eaten. What's the problem with concentrate juice? It's tap water and then fruit juice concentrate added to it. So it's just tap water. It's flavored tap water. Has a reptilian ever shown their eyes to me in person? Yeah. Dude, when you get to this sort of stage of whatever this is, you're going to see some shit. Most people just don't think that you would see it because I'm still like... So basically, I remember when I didn't know anything. And I used to look at people who knew things. And I used to be like, well, how do they know all this stuff, but they're like acting normal? It's like, well, yeah, how else are they going to act? Well, is that going to fundamentally change them? Like, they're still going to use language to convey things. Should you get into fascia release? It will release itself if you get your atlas in, realign it, and rehydrate. So fascia release is rehydration. So you rehydrate the crystalline body, which is the fascia, with juices, preferably living. This is pasteurized. Like I said, don't try and be perfect. Eventually we will be. But that's what you do. And that releases all the emotion that was trapped in the fascia. That's your dino nuggies. That's your, yeah, there you go. There's your emotional attachment. You're calling it dino nuggies, as if it's like playful. When actually it's a dead body covered in breadcrumbs. It's disgusting. But dino nuggies, that's the thing. That's how they get you. When you're a kid, they feed you that shit. Do I like dried fruit? Yeah. Yeah, I just had some about an hour and a half ago. How bad is doom scrolling and just being on screens in general? Basically, sometimes scrolling is doom scrolling, and sometimes scrolling is spiritual enlightenment. It really depends. Lately, every time I scroll, it's doom scrolling, so I don't do it at the moment. But there have been periods where I've learned a lot from scrolling. So, you know, it's only doom scrolling if you're using it to soothe an emotion. If you're doing it as an act of like actual joy and as an act of actually like expanding yourself, because you can find real good knowledge especially on TikTok. TikTok's really good. TikTok's a blessing. You'll find the most awakened people on TikTok. Like this kind of audience is hard to find on places like Instagram or YouTube. The atmosphere has frequencies too. It's not just about food consumption. Yeah, but your state of being dictates your environment. So if you're in an atmosphere with negative frequency, it's because you are holding a negative frequency. So if you're in a calmer place, that's because you're a calmer being, because you have a calmer body from all the cleaning you've done. You think hell is a prison in the mind? Well, it's one form of it. Is it okay to use oregano oil, pumpkin seed oil to detox parasites? That will do it. That is one way to do it. Alkaline fats will be pulling certain things out of your body. But if you want to replace the water in your body and rehydrate your fascia and all of that good stuff, you need to get the fats out of your body for a time. Like I said, I'm not saying never have them. I'm saying if you want to clean yourself, think about how long this life is, immortal life. I'm not saying never have anything ever again. I'm saying if you want to clean yourself, here is the process. I'm not saying don't do this forever. I'm saying here's the process to clean yourself, and this is how long it should take. I'm not saying anything about giving anything up forever. You will be judged on your faith on Judgment Day. No, there's not going to be a day that comes where, like, right, everyone stop. That's it now. Queue up. This time you will be judged. It's this day. We didn't tell you when it was, but this is the day. That's not how it is. Your faith is tested every day, and you need to be in faith every day. And faith without action is fruitless. What is faith? Faith is taking action in the right direction, knowing that it will be okay. That's what faith is. Faith isn't just, oh, everything's going to be okay, so I will just continue to live to continue with these bad behaviors. Faith without deeds is nothing, is fruitless. You need to put action to the faith. You got to do stuff. You have to do stuff. So meat-eating animals is spiritually bad. Well, it's murder. It's like asking, is it okay to kill stuff? I just need to check. Is it all right to kill things? Do you know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's a crazy question. And hopefully that reaction answers the question. What do I see in the moon? I don't really pay attention to the moon, but it's some kind of broadcasty, parasitic control thing. Something like that. Some kind of technology satellite thing that's been put there and the parasites are tied to it. That's why on a full moon everybody gets crazy. That's why you're known to get crazier on a full moon. So if you go out to like a local bar on a full moon, everyone's acting like extra crazy. That's where you get more fights and stuff. Does cleaning your body make it easier to retain life force energy? Yeah. The reason that you're spilling it is because of parasites. You realize that a lot of the sexual attraction that you had to certain like women or like all the lusty things you had in your body, the lusty feelings, they're all parasitic. And again, some people are going to have a problem with that, but it is what it is. What do you think TV propaganda and influencers do in life? They aim to change your frequency. Not all of them are trying to fuck you over. Some of them are good. You think people think about like Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift's music is very happy and uplifting. I don't care if you like it or not. Just think about and like most people are going to be like, oh, don't you know they're all demonic? Don't you know they're all Satan worshippers? Which isn't true at all. But you got to think about someone like Taylor Swift or someone with really uplifting, even though it's cheesy and shitty, whatever, really uplifting music. Someone like Taylor Swift isn't trying to ruin your life. That is uplifting music. It's only when you hear it on the radio 80 times it becomes annoying. But my point is, it's not all of them. People think, oh, everyone who's famous is a demon. How narrow-minded of a thinking is that? It's not that simple. There are good and bad in every sector of life. Thoughts on all geology was once biology perspectives? Well, definitely all the mountains. So there's mountains over there. Don't know if you can see. Look, you can just sort of see one poking over the top. That is the body of a dragon or a titan. Definitely, no doubt. All the mountains. I lived in a mountain town in Asia, and the water tasted like steak. The tap water, when I got a little bit of it from cleaning my juicer or whatever, tasted like steak. Even the vegetables that were grown in the mountain tasted like steak. I was buying chilies, and then they would ferment after a couple of days, and then they would taste like steak. That's because they were grown in the Titan. But on flat land, it's not the same. I don't know what the flat land is, but I can tell you for a fact, especially if you do the research and look at Roger's work on Mudfos University and some other places, that all mountains are the petrified remains of beings, or they're the petrified remains of trees, or they're ash piles from mining operations, because all the dragons and stuff have been mined out. That's why so before all that, they would have been full, complete beings, but they've been mined out by giant excavators and stuff because they had gold in their blood, gold in their body. So that's what this world basically is. It's like a mining operation in some ways. Faith is not just faith, it's trusting God and believing God. Yeah, sure, but God needs you to do things too. So wild animals that eat meat, are they bad? No, that's not the same. You don't need to eat meat to survive. Actually, it damages you. Actually, it damages you when you consume it. Something like a lion is what's known as an obligate carnivore, which means that the lion must eat meat to survive. That's very different to you, the human who has a frugivorous digestive system designed to consume fruits and vegetables. A very different system. It's not that wild animals are bad, but when you have a choice to be healthy and contribute nice things to the world or not, then eating meat is bad, yes. If you're a lion, it's very different. Faith with action is what you needed to hear. Yeah, it's true. Faith without action it's just nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Nah, you need protein on this planet. Just change the energy. Bless the food. Yeah, bless the food. What if I just kill your dog and bless it? Is that all right? So if I just kill your dog, but I bless it after, that's okay, is it? I blessed it. Sorry, like you're like, oh, you killed my dog. I'm like, don't worry, I blessed it. Don't worry, mate. All good. I blessed it. It's fine. We can eat it now. We blessed it. Do you know what I mean? That's how crazy that is. What are things that help ground me? I don't want to be grounded. I want to live the magic life. I'm too grounded. I don't like it. I'm too grounded. Sugar grounds me. Fruit juice grounds me. It's too grounding. I like being in the magical realms. Cleaning your body is a very 3D thing. That's fine. But I like being high on the ether. That's what I like. I don't try and ground myself. I haven't tried to do that for a long time. Have you ever listened to Validate Swift's lyrics? No, I just do everything by vibe. Taylor Swift's cool. I don't care what you say. The feed keeps glitching. You feel like they're messing with me. Well, maybe. That's my own fault. I need to keep my energy field closed when I'm doing this sort of stuff. That's my own thing. But yeah, remember that you are capable of completely freeing yourself. You are capable of restoring your immortal nature. And it is all down to you. Like, you're the one with the power. No one's going to come and push a magic button and do it for you. Jesus isn't going to come back and just cast a spell. The only thing Jesus is going to say is the same shit I'm saying. Jesus would just say the same shit I'm saying. He'd be like, yeah, you need to clean your body. I was never going to fix it. How could I? That's what he'd say. He'd say, how could I just come and fix it all? That's what a lot of people think. Jesus is going to come back and do it. Oh, when Jesus returns, it's all good. Everything will be fine. What do you think Jesus is going to turn up? Like, what's he going to do? Like, float down and be like, evil, be gone. And it's all gone. And then, oh, look, everyone just gets to continue in heaven and they don't have to change their behaviors, don't have to clean their body, and don't have to do anything. Does that sound realistic to anyone? Especially to those who are cleaning their body. Does it sound realistic to you that Jesus is... So basically, anyone who cleans their body is going to know stuff. If you clean your body, you're going to have the same level... Like, people who are like Javi in this chat, he knows about it because he's on day 101 of a juice fast. Or even beyond that. I think around day 101. He understands. Like, you know for a fact, don't you, that Jesus isn't going to be able to do anything, right? Because you've cleaned your body. You understand. You know that you have to do it. What do you think Jesus would say if he came here? He would say, hey, everyone, buy a juicer. That's what he would say. Hey, man, just get yourself down to the shop and get some orange juice. That's what he would say. He's not going to cast a spell. There's no way that Jesus alone, who is a man, amazing man that you should listen to if he comes, like, it's just mind-boggling that people think that they're not going to have to do anything. People love being absolved of responsibility. It's comfy, innit, to be told that someone else is going to do it. But I'm here to tell you that you're going to do it, and if you don't, you're fucked. And that's the truth. You're going to do it, and if you don't, no one else is going to do it for you. Day 102, and you know it's obvious. Exactly, it is obvious. Hate to be nitpicky, but you'd like to know a bit more about energy field and how to close it. So it's all done with breathing. If you're breathing properly into your diaphragm while aligned, so you have to get your atlas in and clean your body and get the toxins out to make it so you can breathe properly. Then you will be breathing properly, and that will close your energy field. It's really hard to keep it consistently closed though, but it takes a lot of doing. So really the answer, like all the answers, are clean your body. Come on, mate, you're good for parasite cleans, but when it comes to energy and consciousness, you need to learn. Well, why don't you teach me then? Why don't you teach me what you know, Mr. Truther? If you know things that I don't, instead of telling me what I need to learn, why don't you teach me what I need to learn? Please explain what you're trying to convey to me. Sorry, but you don't know it all. You're thinking one-dimensional, no longer resonating with you. Yeah, dude, what are you trying to teach me then? Please explain. I would love to learn. Brother, what do you do for money? Everyone has the money they need. You asked me that earlier. I don't like answering too many personal questions. When people know you, they expect things of you. So like if you feel like you know someone who's streaming or a content creator, if you feel like you know them really well based on the content they've posted, then you're going to start expecting things of them and you start feeling entitled to asking them personal questions and stuff. So the less I share about myself, the better. Plus, like I said, soldiers in war, why would I share that information too in depth? Why would I do that? I like to keep everything to myself. You should keep everything to yourself, or a lot of things to yourself. You got to realize there's an AI server with all of your thoughts uploaded to it. Most people, almost everyone, doesn't have a private thought. Like I said, you're not having private thoughts. You see like all these people just walking their dogs and stuff because they're not doing the breathing properly and they're not thinking in a 5D way. All their thoughts, everything they're thinking. You see that? There's like people going by on a bike, right? They're thinking thoughts probably because they're not talking. Every single thought they're thinking is being uploaded to a server. Everyone. Everything they say, everywhere they go, it's been uploaded to a server. Right, I have to close my energy field for this. Hold on. I don't want to have this interaction. I'm going to be silent for a moment. I can't be bothered with this. See, it's a superpower. Before I learned about my energy field, that kind of interaction would have been magnetized towards me. Like that guy would have sat next to me, all sorts of stuff. And I just can't be bothered when I'm doing a live stream. Your answers are too black and white. What you know is multidimensional. Your abilities are far beyond most. Well, teach me then. You're not saying anything. At least what I'm teaching has actual substance and people are utilizing it to better their lives. All you're doing is telling me what's wrong with me. It's like my parents or something. How does that work? How does a server take the thoughts of civilians? Because you have technology in your body. You have nanotechnology in your body fused to your nervous system, in your brain. And you have had it all your life. Been there your whole life. Ever since you were born, all your shit has been uploaded into a server. If you're like in your 20s or like 30 years old, ever since you were a kid, you've been connected to the internet. Don't attack me, bro. My protection is too strong for you. Warning. I'm not attacking you. If you feel like I'm attacking you, then well, that's just proof that you just invalidated your own spiritual evolution. Because I'm literally asking you to teach me what you are confident that I don't know or that I'm doing wrong. I'm asking you to teach me. I'm not attacking you. I'm asking for your guidance because you claim to have information that I don't. So please teach me. That's all. How you can't teach what you're not listening to? I'm asking, what do you want me to know? Let's have a dialogue, my friend. You're being defensive, my friend. I don't know. That's not going to go anywhere. How do you differ creating educating content versus keeping things private? Well, you don't need to know about my personal life for me to teach you about like nanotechnology or anything like that. I'm not here to share every facet of my life. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to teach things that I think people will find useful. If I think it's useful to share something, then I will. But I don't think it's wise to broadcast what I'm doing all the time to 100,000 people. Do you? Knowing what I know about this reality, I don't think it's the smartest thing in the world. So I do these live streams when I have my energy field under control. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't make content. I'm always doing it tactically in the sense that there are entities who don't like me. And if you start awakening yourself, they won't like you either. Basically. Can we attract a peaceful, healthy, and financially free life once we clean? Yeah, so it's the internal cleanliness that will manifest the external freedom. Basically. What I know will take years for you to learn. Well, I'm open. You can teach me if you feel like it. You're not really saying anything. You're just saying you know stuff, but you won't say what it is. So, you know, I like to share actual substance, like knowledge that people can utilize. I really enjoy that. I think my superpower is actually taking subjects like this and turning them into useful things for people. So if you can figure out how to do that and then teach me what you claim to know, then that would be beautiful. Can you convey at least the physical changes of your alignment? That's the one thing I can't do. That is the, so you know how like when you, because it changes you like dimensionally as well. So you know how like when you do certain psychedelics and someone asked you what it was like. If someone says, hey, what was that like? And you can't really tell them. You can just say, well, it was really trippy and I saw some patterns, but you could never convey the feeling of it. You could never convey the experience of it, and you couldn't really articulate it properly with words. It's the same thing with the alignment. There's that same realm of unexplainable. What's been annoying is we have to do bullshit things for money. Getting money in an aligned way takes what? Takes a long time. Well, you don't have to do bullshit things for money. That's the illusion. Feeling like you have to do bullshit to get money. Why don't you just let life take you where it wants to take you and only do things that you want to do and watch as the money you need just appears? Why don't you just do that? Anyway, you're too closed off to learn. Bro, I'm asking over and over, please teach me. If that's being closed off to you, I don't think that you should be teaching. You want to share useful knowledge, but you feel far away from that. Well, just keep going on your path, man. You'll find it out. You'll figure out your own way. Talking in circles is 3D behavior. Yeah, I know. They're just trying to distract. It's fine. Again, it's not the person. It's the parasites within. About the money thing, is it really that simple? Just follow where life leads you. Yeah, but you can't focus on the money. All the times in my journey that I've had like big payouts, I wasn't focused on it at all. I was just focused on like making videos or trying to help people. Anything like that. It's never about the money. If you cling really hard to something, it'll run away from you. It's like if you have a girlfriend and you text her 80 times a day and she doesn't reply, but you keep texting her, she's going to think you're weird and clingy and then probably not want to see you. Look at money like that. Look at money like a beautiful girlfriend who thinks you're clingy. So how do you solve that? You stop being clingy. You don't act like you need it. I need it. You always have what you need anyway. So anything extra is just a bonus. So just recognize that you have it. Basically, anything that you have is yours. And I know that sounds really simple, but anything that you have is yours. So anything that is not for you will leave you, and anything that is yours can't leave you. It will stay with you. It's impossible for something that's yours to not be with you, because then it's not yours. So anything that's yours, which is already written in time and etched into the echelons of reality itself, then anything that's yours is yours, so don't worry about it. Attachment is the root cause of all suffering. There's a case to be made for that being the truth. I've thought about that a lot. It's attachment to outcome, isn't it? So it's attachment to things that. So if you get really attached to something that you have and you know it will never leave, what's the problem? So it's not all attachment, right? Like, I'm really attached to this right now. I'm happy with my attachment here, and I'm going to drink it, and when it's gone, it'll be gone, and the attachment will be gone. See what I mean? So, like, there's a push and a pull with that. All right, I'm going to go this way now. Let's go walk around. I've been down there. I don't know what's this way. This place is so clean. Look how clean this place is. It's just so like, it's like perfectly groomed. Have you tried binaural beats? Yeah, they are cool, to be fair. I used to use them to ward off the frequency attacks. So when they're blasting frequencies through your house, then you can go on like YouTube. If you've got good speakers, you don't even really need good speakers, and just type in like 432 hertz and do that. You can negate frequency weapons with it. Really cool. That was like my saving grace when I used to get those frequency attacks. That was like my just go on YouTube and type it in. Never thought I would see you in Sydney in your backyard. This isn't Sydney though. This is Queensland. This is the Gold Coast. But I was in Sydney the other day. Hold on, I'm just gonna... One sec. Hello again. Started lagging when I said frequency attack, did it? Isn't that funny? We're not allowed to talk about that right now. But if you know, you know. Basically, if that's happening to you, YouTube, 432 hertz noise, and just go, and that will negate it completely. You need headphones. No, you don't. Where have I visited in the US? Well, nowhere. I went there as a kid, but never... I went there as a kid, but I never explored as an adult. I was like 10 years old. I went to Disney World in Florida. How long am I here for? I never think like that. I'm here now. $432 versus 528. Yeah, they're used for different things, but they're all good. Just whatever the frequency that they blast through your house when they don't like you, that's the bad one. That's the one that fucks up your sleep and fucks up your whole energy and everything. And again, close your energy field, it's not a problem. So I don't have that issue anymore. But I did for a while. I used to wonder what it was. Like, my fucking room is vibrating. What is this? I used to be like, what the fuck? And I used to be like to people, can you hear that fucking noise? And they're like, yeah, what is that? And it's like, wow, they're just fucking blasting shit through my house. But I don't have that issue now. Oh, you're going on a backpacker trip in Asia. That's cool. Southeast Asia is the best. Thailand is the best. Vietnam is second best. To be fair, Indonesia's all right. Go to Thailand. If you're going to Southeast Asia, go to Thailand. It's the best. You won't regret going to Thailand. Let's go this way. Oh, it's building stuff. Most of these buildings don't have any people in them, but they're building more buildings. I find it really weird. All you need is 2 turntables and a microphone. You don't need a microphone if you've got 2 turntables. Just need 2 turntables and loads of good records. Or some CDJs and a USB, mate. Do I not worry about microplastics? Nah. If anything, they block they block technology, right? It's better to have microplastics than shards of metal in your body. Plastic doesn't conduct electricity, which is good. Anyway, my body cleans most of it out. You feel like you were connected to something outside of you, not the internet. Well, that's ether. But probably the internet. It's not the same internet that you know. It's like a different thing. Everyone's on Wi-Fi, bro. How do you close it? You clean your body. You can't just close your energy field. Wow, there's certain foods you can eat until you clean your body, which I don't know if you want to eat them though. Like, and you have to, I'm not even going to advise that. Like, just clean your body. There's a different way you can do it. That's absolutely crazy. I'm aware of it. I might need it one day. And if it ever comes a point where we do need it as a species, I'll tell you what it is. But until then, you can just clean your body. Why don't I ground? I don't want to be grounded. I like ungroundedness. And ungroundedness doesn't mean unstable either. Ungroundedness just means floating in a higher dimension. Why would I want to ground myself? What, so I can just be in the dense 3D reality? Like, why would I want that? Laos is best. I didn't go to Laos. I figured it would be boring there. Maybe I'll go there next time. I've heard it's very chill. Is it better than Thailand? I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. What are these little mushrooms? Cool. Mushrooms are cool. I love mushrooms. Not like just any mushroom. I just find them a unique, fascinating life form. They're like alien. Mushrooms are like alien. They're like an alien species. They're like the opposite of all the other plants. You say that guy there as a spy. Well, it's not really like that. Like I said, everybody... I mean, in some ways it is like that. But everybody has parasites. So everybody, in some way, is like a spy, if you want to put it that way. Even your dog, bro, or your cat. Even like pigeons. But they're still pigeons and dogs and cats. Do you see what I mean? It's parasites. How do you get rid of stalkers and energy vampires? You close your energy field by cleaning your body. There really is no question. I'm realizing, so the more questions people ask me, the more I'm realizing that there is only one answer. What food removes metal? Greens. Green stuff. But it's not that simple either. It's like greens, and there's foods that are not healthy that do it. Like, that's why when you do the transition, don't skip it. Like, you're doing a really long juice fast. You didn't do that much transition. I wouldn't be surprised if after your juice fast, your body calls for you to eat a bunch of stuff that you think is unhealthy. Don't be surprised if that happens. Just watch, pay attention to what your body is drawn to after you break your juice fast. You'll see. It might not, but I'm just saying, this is why you don't skip the transition. Doctors are of no help, you say. Yeah, because they don't get taught to treat. They get taught to treat symptoms, not cure people. Treating a symptom is very different from addressing the root cause and curing from that base point. So if you clean your body and heal it that way, you will be... Sorry, there's something funny over there. Some of the shit I deal with. But yeah, you will be actually healing the root cause, and that will actually fix it. So that's why doctors are of no help. They don't get taught how to heal people. Good to see you, Mr. Immortal. Yeah, good to see you as well. Claw Music too. I like your profile picture. It's very bright. It's similar. It's the same. Look how bright this orange juice is. It's a really high quality juice. Do you want to go to the farmer's market and see what we got? Just going there. Well, let's just walk towards it. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to go anywhere, but I'm just going to start walking in this direction. Do crystals help? Certain crystals. Certain crystals, if you catch my drift, can remove certain things from your body if you're smart. Do you think grounding can bring you to a higher vibration spiritually? What if it's grounding, like grounding, as in connecting with the 3D dense earth? It's like the opposite. I'll keep my shoes on. Look, I'm repping the Thailand shorts. I got these from Thailand. Elephant shorts. I got loads of these from Thailand. I love them. These are like the. It's like the style I wear now. I love it. Lao, yeah, lots of petrified giants all over Asia, like mountainous land. Don't you want to be in nature instead of cities? Well, the dichotomy is available. What do you mean, don't you want to be in nature? Like, this is nature. There's just a city next to it. There's a beach over there that's 30 miles long with clear blue turquoise water and pure white sand. And look. Listen. Parakeets. Parakeets and parrots, look. Don't you want to be around nature instead of the city? Well, got it all. Look, this is a naturey place, look. There you go, look, no more city. We've made it. We escaped the Matrix. And how long did it take? 0.5 seconds. Yeah. So that's the beauty of this place. It has it all. I don't know there's a path. You could argue that, like, but the point is, it's all here. Just gonna have some of the magic elixir that is the orange juice. So anyone who's done a long juice fast will attest to this. The longer you do it, the better it tastes every day. So the way that this orange tastes, it tastes better than yesterday. I'm not doing a juice fast with it, but I might. A juice fast on orange juice is like, I've done it before. I did 35 days before on orange juice a few years ago. So 30 days on orange juice is the same as like 80 days on watermelon juice. Orange juice is so powerful. Citrus is like body bleach. I challenge anyone, go get 2 liters of orange juice and drink it all. If you're on normal food, and watch the power of the orange juice pull toxins out of you like nothing else. You're the only person I've heard that doesn't like grounding. Yeah, I'm a pretty wacky character, some people have said. I do things my own way, and it works as well. I don't like someone just tells you about grounding. It's like, yeah, cool, I get it. I understand the concept, rather not. I'm all right doing things the way I do them. I feel like I'm going to be the first person to reclaim immortality. I genuinely feel that way. I think I am going to do it. We'll see, though. But I think I'm going to be the first person to fully realign the body, which is exciting. Number one, because it's cool to figure stuff out like that and be someone who can do that. And number two, I'll be able to teach everyone else how to do it. What teachers or figures were the most helpful to you? My father has been the most helpful. He's the most patient, cool, unique teacher that there ever was. He's not afraid to teach you. Basically, he's not afraid for you to go through shit to learn stuff, because he knows that you're fine and he knows that you can handle it. I had a problem with that for a while, just like going through stuff just to learn, but it does make you more powerful. How could your dog cleanse? I know a guy who healed his dog with watermelon. I'm not giving you advice here, I'm just saying I know a guy who did that. So you'll have to use your discernment. I think you could do it with fruit, but again, dogs are weird. Dogs are like people, they're like some kind of creature. Whoa, look at the size of that. Don't know if you can see this, but this is like, where is it? There's like giant spider in there. I don't want to get too close to it because it looks like that could actually hurt me if it bit me. Can you see that? I don't know if you can on the camera. Yeah, there you go, look, see that? The camera's not really picking it up, but that's massive. It's like the size of my palm, and it's got like a skull on it. It's got like a skull on its head. That is, I'm not even going to walk under that. I'm going this way. That is huge. You will, could eat some transition foods after. Yeah, bro, don't try and be perfect. You'll go crazy. But you will do it. So when you first break the fast, be perfect. Break the fast properly. Do it with fruits and stuff. Like, because that's when you get the maximum benefit. It's going to take you like a month, probably, to break that fast. If you're on 100 days, like a month to push all the waste out. But then after that, your body is going to start calling for other stuff. It's important to listen to your body. Because you don't mind to do another fast. Yeah, exactly. Try one on orange, bro. Orange juice is some new level, like some next level. I did it before, and I'm doing it again now. I'm just being reminded of the power of orange juice. So powerful. This is pasteurized as well. I'll go and get a raw one in a bit. Hi from Wales again. How are you reading through chats from a while ago? Well, I just am. That's just the situation that has happened. Mark Passio video is awesome. What, the one about natural law? Yeah, natural law is a cool concept to understand, because it shows that that's the real laws that you should obey. Not the laws that the parasites have installed, but the actual laws of nature. What's my favorite coconut water in Australia? I get the one, it's called Rawsome, and it's because it's 2 litres in Woolworths for like $5.50. It's really good, and it tastes exactly the same as the coconuts I was getting in Vietnam, which were like the best coconuts ever. So you know how some pasteurized coconut water tastes like, I saw someone say it tastes like it's been in someone else's mouth, which is adequate description of certain brands of coconut water. But the Rawsome one that you get in the 2 litre bottle in Woolworths and Coles, that's actually really good. So that's the one I drink. Check Discord after. Yeah, I will. Oh yeah, I have a Discord server if anyone wants to join. Just click the link in my bio, you can just join it. How are plants better to eat if it's also alive? How is that also not eating death? Well, because it's alive. A fruit is offered to you by the plant. So let's say this is an orange tree, which is not. All right, there you go. There's an orange hanging on this orange tree there, look. And then it's ripening, and the tree is making the fruit. And then the tree goes, hey, person, it's ready, and it drops onto the ground when it's ready from the tree. And then it's right there with all the seeds from the tree inside the orange. And then you eat the orange, and then you go over there, and you poop out the orange with the seeds. And so the tree gets to propagate itself. So the fruits from the trees want to be eaten is offered by the tree. Bit different in a bottle, but that is still a juiced fruit. And so when you say that eating fruit and plants is the same as eating a dead cow, that to me doesn't make sense. You got your red elephant Thailand pants on as well. Yeah, that's a cool style. I've got loads of these. I've got about 15 pairs of these. Thank you for the blessings, Patience 786. You're breathing better doing this juice fast. 45 days now. Yeah, you're welcome. Of course you're going to breathe better. As soon as you start eating the right food and cleaning yourself and exercising and moving more, you're going to breathe better. Once you get the mucus out. So a juice fast is just drink any fruits. Yeah, pretty much. Watermelon, grape, orange, apple, whatever you want. So I think I can break the 120-year lifespan. Yeah, infinite lifespan. Immortal. Check out some tea better. This juice is crazy synthetic. No, it isn't. It's an orange juiced and then put in a bottle. How is that synthetic? Just like out of all the processed foods, because this is arguably processed because it's pasteurized, but it's still an orange. It's still orange juice. I can taste chemicals in food. Yesterday I bit into a cucumber and I could taste the chemicals on it because I've cleaned my body enough to be sensitive. This doesn't have any chemicals in it. It just tastes like orange juice. Orange juice full of sugar? No. Yeah, of course it is. What's wrong with sugar? Sugar's power. Sugar's only a problem if you have oils and fats in your body. You've got 20 watermelons at home, you'll try orange after. Yeah, do it, man. It's better if you can buy it, to be honest, because it takes a while to juice oranges. But try it just for one day and see how you feel. Do like 4 liters of orange and see how you go. You could even go to 300 days. Honestly, go as long as your body says. If you feel like you could do 300 days, that's amazing. How's the energy in Cairns? I'm not there. I wouldn't know. I like the energy here, though. I'm all good. You mentioned eating carbs like pasta. Do you literally just eat plain pasta? No, so when you're doing the transition, you could put some salsa on it, have it with some ketchup, barbecue sauce, something like that. Something tasty. Add some flavor to it. Do you know what? Right now, that sounded really good to me, like a bowl of pasta with barbecue sauce. That sort of thing. Just don't have any fats and you're good. Coconut water that's kept in the fridge in supermarkets is good. Yeah, it's pasteurized, but it's still powerful. It's still better than any other water you can get. And yeah, you can switch up the fruits, have whatever. Even the Atlas practitioners don't know about that. Yeah, that's true. I figured that out myself. That's my discovery. Even then, most people wouldn't be willing to do it to the extent required. So it's really hard to... I don't even like talking about that. It's like my secret superpower thing. But if you're discerning, you could do it. You figured it out from what I've been saying, then you could go and do that. If you eat the whole fruit, wouldn't that be great for detox? Yeah, it's all right. It's not the same as juicing it, though. That's the beauty of a juicer. It's way faster. You can handle it. Unnatural problems require unnatural solutions. And that is the truest expression. That's why you juicing. What is this? This is a barbecue. How do you light that then? How would you light that? Oh. You have to go in there. To start the barbecue, press the button and hold the button. There is no button. What do you mean? Oh, this button. What, you can just turn on the barbecue there? Public barbecues, that's something you don't see anywhere else. So the gym and excessive physical training are beneficial. Well, you said excessive. Excessive anything isn't beneficial just by nature of the word excessive, but yeah, exercise is good for you. I walk around all day and just do random push-ups and stuff. And I don't even ever like look at my physique or anything. I just like, I don't do it for anything. I just do it because my body's like, hey, do a couple of push-ups. It's just like whatever. Like someone earlier commented about my energy levels and my nutrition. By the way, do you know how much energy it takes to do a stream like this and just continuously talk into a camera and answer questions and stay focused and stay present? Do you know how much energy you have to do that? Try and do a live stream. I challenge anyone who's like eating normal food. Try and do a live stream for an hour and watch how much energy it costs. It genuinely costs a lot of energy to do that. People don't realize like how much energy, especially for a projector. You think just walking around like holding the, like, I know it sounds silly, but like there's actual, I'm pouring all my energy into this live stream. This isn't rest. Rest would be like there's no such thing as rest when you come to presence, really. Something is always happening. Asian town. Look, over there it says Chiang Mai Thai restaurant. I love that. Reminds me of Chiang Mai, the coolest place ever. Yeah, that's cool, Javi. Sorry. Yeah, try the oranges, bro. You'll fucking like it, man. Press the button. I did. Didn't do anything. Are you saying Rawsome? Yeah, Rawsome. Rawsome doesn't exist, you say. But, oh, what, Rawsome, Raw Sea, whatever, sorry. But yeah, that one, the Rawsome one. The one that says Rawsome on the bottle. It says Rawsome on it. You've been eating pasta with tomato paste with lots of greens and black pepper. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I like chili. I would add chili to that. That's just me. Any sauce you want. Pizza sauce, all that sort of stuff. Delicious. What's the best fruits for detox? I don't think it gets better than that. But I dare you to start drinking that from a normal, going from normal food and then straight into that. I dare you to do, I dare you to do that. That's crazy. That'd be crazy. That is so not advisable. I'm only joking. Don't do that. Like, 46-day juice fast. Yeah, cool. You've been fruitarian for 2 years in the desert. Everything's possible. Exactly. How many days should you do the transition diet before the juice fast? Like 6 months, honestly. Don't rush it. So the carbs and the starches and the salt and everything is doing things for you that after a long juice fast is going to hurt. So do the transition, do it diligently, and when you start to clean everything out after and you do the juice fast, you'll be glad you did it properly. Am I in Melbourne? Nah, I can't do winter. So here, look, I'm wearing shorts. You can't do shorts in Melbourne at the moment. Well, you could if you're crazy, but I can't go anywhere where it's colder than this. This is my limit for the weather. I've actually acclimatized to it now. I've been here like 5 days or something. I like it. What would you say your favorite meal is? No, that's my favorite drink. But in terms of a meal, it's hard to say. I'm still navigating. I'm still doing food experiments like I always am. I'm always expanding my knowledge all the time. I'm always evolving it. I'm working out something at the moment that's going to benefit everybody. But I can't say what it is yet because I haven't done it yet. But I'm learning a different thing with food at the moment, which is very cool. So when you ask me what my favorite meal is, I like to eat for purpose. I'm not just going to eat something because it tastes good. That's my days of eating things because they taste good or just because they taste good is way beyond, like behind me. I will only eat something if it's doing something of value. My whole life is dedicated to this process. My entire existence, every waking moment, as soon as I wake up to the moment I go to bed, that I'm thinking about this, devoted to this, figuring this out. That's my whole entire existence. That's why when I give information, Oh, look at this. That's why when I give information, you can be sure that it's coming from a reputable place, because I am devoted to this. Look at this. This is biology. That's a piece of biology, look. How cool. That's very cool. Look. Size of that ant, oh man. Petrified biology right there. Everything's bigger in Australia. The size of that feather from that bird. Yeah, that's what that is. Right there. What fruit juice is that? It's orange. You're using orange juice to clean. You think it pushed all the gunk out of your skin. Yeah, it does do that. Orange juice is powerful. Is it fine just eating pasta or ketchup? Yeah, if you like it. If you like it, do it. To me, that sounds a bit boring. But if you're enjoying it, why not? For me, I've never been a ketchup guy. That's why. Just have ketchup. I was always barbecue sauce, hot sauce kind of person. Barbecue sauce has got like twice the amount of sugar in it as ketchup. Maybe that's why I like it. All right, there's a nice view here. We can sit and talk. It's fun hanging out outside all day. This is another thing. When you start cleaning yourself, you become an outside person. Because you have the energy actually to do it. I'm an outdoorsman. The people claiming that they're targeted individual programs, do you think they're overthinking it? No, they're not overthinking it. They're actually just experiencing it. Why is it important to choose only one fruit for juice fasting? I didn't say it was important to only choose one fruit for juice fasting. It's not that important. All right, we're good there. So, how long have I been doing this stream? I think an hour and a half. So I started, and this was full. So about an hour and a half of movement and energy expenditure and streaming. 1.5 litres of orange juice. So for 100 mils, that's 50 calories. So according to this, 750 calories of pure sugar liquid to power me through this hour and a half, 2 hours. And I could just easily get more. And while it's doing that, it's cleansing me as well. That's the beauty of juice and juice fasting. So this is cleansing, hydrating, energy giving, toxin removing, flushing, high vibrational, even though this one was pasteurized. But like I said, I have food in me from yesterday. So drinking raw juice would just cause fermentation. So pasteurized is better while you're flushing. Raw works best when you have no recent meals in your body. That's why it's always better to learn about this stuff. Learn how fermentation affects the body, learn how it works, learn what's optimal. The only way you can learn is by actually doing it, going through the process. You have to stay home because you have to drink a lot. Yeah, that's a watermelon for you, bro. It'll keep you at home. Because you have to drink, so for watermelon, you have to drink like 10 litres. But the beauty of it is you can drink like 10 litres. If you get orange, bro, and make 4 litres of orange juice and drink it, you'll be drawn outside because orange is like next level. Watermelon's like the indoor juice. Wow, look, more mushrooms. Cool. Yeah, watermelon's like the indoor juice. Once you start getting on the higher sugar juices with less volume, so watermelon's like 10 litres a day. Orange, realistically, I'm going to drink, so I've had 2 of those today, so that's 3 litres. I've had about a litre of coconut water, so that's 4 litres. Realistically, I'll have another 1 of those today. Maybe. So that's way less volume. So I'm moving more because the orange is energizing me better. Do you see what I mean? But you have to have less toxins in your body for the orange to be comfortable like that. So is grey rock the best method for targeting individuals? What does that mean? You needed orange juice to listen. Orange juice is great. I'm falling in love with it at the moment. I literally love it. I love it. I love it in a way that I never love the other juices. Me and orange have got a thing. I love it in a way that the others just don't. You know, like, orange is like my new girlfriend who understands me. I love it. I didn't really feel that with grape or watermelon. Watermelon is very good, but I never like fell in love with it like I do with orange. Orange has just got it all. It gets me out and it gets me moving. Watermelon's more of a serious detox thing. Like I said, you have to drink like 10 liters a day of that. So it's hard to do anything. Like, you got to lug 10 liters around with you. But here, there's loads of places selling it, so I can just walk around. I don't even have to carry it. If I want one, I can just go over there and get one. It's the beautiful thing. With watermelon, you kind of have to make it yourself. And I'm not saying it's bad, because watermelon is the most hydrating juice. No doubt. So when you've done a lot of that intense rehydration, then if you move over to orange, it will bring you outside. It'll bring you into activity. There's power in orange that I didn't feel in any other fruit. Your friend has diabetes. He can't do what you do. Actually, he can. He just needs to get the fats and oils out of his body. Diabetes is just an inability to process sugar. What would cause an inability to process sugar? It's having fats and oils in your body. So if you get those fats and oils out, then the insulin sensitivity will go up, the insulin resistance will go down, and the diabetes will leave. That's just a label that the doctors put on something that they don't understand. You can cure anything. Do I keep track of my age? Yeah, only because people message me and say, hey, happy birthday. Oftentimes, I don't know what time it is or I don't know what day it is. I think it's Thursday. Let me check. It is Thursday. Yes. But there you go. I'm not certain of what day it is. I don't keep track of life like that. That's what escaping the matrix is. You stop keeping track of time, dates, days, and years, and everything. Yeah, you have 8 liters and you're tired of it, so you don't drink 10. Yeah, if you're getting tired of it, basically, don't force yourself to do something that you don't emotionally want to do, because energy is emotional. So say that you have 10 liters and you only have the emotional will to drink 6. And then you have the other 4 and you're like, I don't really want them, but I'm going to force myself to do it anyway. That's kind of not ideal. You only want to consume things when you're like really up for it, when you have the emotional will to do it. Otherwise, the pendulum is just going to swing back the other way. It will just bounce back. So you have to stay in emotional balance. When did I check my liver last time? I've never checked it. I don't know how to check it. It feels fine. It would tell me if there was something wrong. It would say something. Right, let's move. You hear the love in my voice. Yeah, it comes and goes. What about lemon and lime? Yeah, they're powerful. They're citrus. Citrus is like... The thing is with lemon and lime is it's probably not that enjoyable to drink those in the same way that it is to drink an orange juice or a passion fruit or a grapefruit juice. Grapefruit, that's another one. Grapefruit, what an underrated fruit. If I could find a bottle of grapefruit juice, I would be into that. See, they're all at it, mate. Oh yeah, we'll just call the police about that. Yeah, brilliant. That'll fix it, mate. How do you cure your dog? Well, like I said, I have a friend who healed their dog with watermelon. So that's an avenue you can explore. You felt the best on oranges? Yeah, I feel great. So today I've had 3 liters of orange juice, a liter of coconut water, or just over a liter, and some date things with coconut. And that's what I've had. It's 4 p.m. almost. Dates rolled with like coconut on the outside. So that's what I've had. And now I'm either going to have more orange, which is very tantalizing, or because I have to go and check into a different room in my hotel, so I might do that. I don't know. I'm just kind of vibing. Again, when I have two decisions to make, I just wait until one of them becomes the obvious answer. That's how emotional authority works in human design, by the way. If you have emotional authority, just wait. You have a decision to make, just wait. Feel it out. He's hopeless and loves junk food. That's not hopeless. You don't realise what that junk food addiction is doing for him. Removing parasites, all sorts of stuff. Everything that happens is happening for a reason from a 5D perspective. It's only our dismissal of it or lack of acceptance of it that makes it into a negative experience. Can I cross this road? Yeah, I'm all good. What about clove tea? Yeah, tea's alright if you use distilled water. It's hard to get clean water unless you distill it yourself. Well, it's loud next to this road. Right, let's move. Where's the best way to go? We'll just go that way. Why not? I don't know what's this way. I've never been this way. It's just really loud next to that road. It's like industrial feeling, which I hate. That's the last feeling I want to feel. I don't really feel that here though. That industrial type feeling. Yeah, like I said, because I'm drinking all this liquid, I'm urinating a lot. But when I was in a hot place like Vietnam, I wasn't urinating at all. And the reason is, I was sweating all the toxins out there. But here, it's not hot enough to sweat. So I'm urinating, which is cleaning my liver and bladder and flushing that out, which wouldn't have happened. So please give me 1 sec while I continue this process. There's a lizard down there. Cool. Right, what way do we want to go? Right, let's go this way. I don't know what's this way. Maybe we'll find a little juice bar or something. So I love this random, like no direction. Let's just go this way, see what happens kind of feeling. Always something happens. I notice with my live streams, always interesting stuff happens. Always. So we'll see. When you say orange, you really wanted it. Yeah, orange. What? Oh, you mean you want the juice? Let's see if we can find a place that's got it, and I'll show you what it's like here. Like the abundance of orange juice in this country is amazing. Like there's a place that does raw orange. Let's walk this way. I don't want to just get too far out. It's not like Asia where you can just get an Uber for like £2. In Sydney, I pay for a taxi to go from like one part of this, from the central bit just up to like King's Cross, which isn't that far. You could probably walk it in like half an hour, and the taxi was $20. Couldn't believe it, because I got so used to just taking taxis whenever I want in Asia. In Asia, basically, you have unlimited money because everything's like so cheap. But then when you come to a Western country like this, like, got to figure out how to build up so I can do that here. I don't know how to do, but I'll figure it out because that's part of the spiritual game. Part of the spiritual game is learning how to manifest abundance for yourself. Am I active in the Discord? Yeah. Not so much lately, but I was there earlier. I've been so busy lately. Honestly, my life is like I said, this is 24/7 work. I'm always doing something. Even when I'm hopping around countries, what do you think I'm doing? You think I'm just doing it for leisure? There's always a different reason. I am not a friend of the enemy, basically, and so I have to do certain shit. Wouldn't the process of healing and cleaning be different for women? Whoa, what's that? No, not necessarily. You still got to flush everything. Women might be attracted to more fatty food because women have a layer of subcutaneous fat under their skin that men don't have. But generally, it's the same. Right, let's go this way. I wonder what's this way. Look, it's nice here. This is a great place to be. Look, let me show you this. Like, what a pleasant existence. That everybody's just got like boats or like jetties. Some people have boats. So like, you live there. Look, you live there, and then you have a boat, and you're like, oh, it's a nice day today. I'm just going to take the boat out, and you go along on the boat. Imagine, like, how nice is that? And these canals go all along. This whole city is connected by this like river canal system. It's really something. I've never been anywhere like this. That's just so pleasant. Coles. Yeah, I might go to Coles. I might get a pasteurised juice or a raw one. I'll just see what my body's saying. I'll always listen to my body. It's like, right, we've got gunk in here from yesterday. Or not from yesterday, but there's some gunk needs to clear. A raw juice wouldn't be the most ideal. But I'm kind of feeling like it is as I walk. So as we get towards the place, we'll see. Thoughts on plant-based protein powder? Well, you can get like ground up hemp seed, which is a powder. Hemp is good. The most electrical fruit of all is grapefruit. You know what? A grapefruit is a really powerful thing. I do love a grapefruit. One sec. Just checking something. All good. So it's not necessarily mono fruit juicing. It's not necessary, no. You can mix and match. It's all good. Whatever you want. How many litres a day do you do? Well, like I said, today I've had like 4. And one of those being coconut water. So like 3 orange, 1 coconut water. And then probably have another orange, maybe. We'll see what happens when I get there. I don't know. I don't really keep track of anything. I just sort of flow through life, which is fun. Are dogs supposed to eat meat? Well, yeah, they have the teeth and the biology for it, but they're omnivorous, so they can eat other things as well. So it's not necessarily, it's not necessary, I don't think. But like things like a cat is an obligate carnivore, so that has to eat meat. But dogs, different. Dogs are interesting. Dogs are like magic 5D beings. They're just interesting. They're not like people. Red grapefruit juice in the glass bottle in Woolies, not the cold aisle. So I looked at those juices in not the cold aisle, and none of them are pure juice. If it's pure juice, it would need to be in the cold aisle to stop it from fermenting. So if it's in the warm bit, or like the regular room temperature bit, that's almost definitely from concentrate, which is just tap water with fruit concentrate added to it, which is not ideal. If it's in the fridge, that's where you want it. If you take it out of the fridge, it will ferment. Australia is huge. No, well, yeah, the country, but the places people live, like there's like, what, 5 or 6 major cities, that's it. Most of Australia is uninhabited and uninhabitable. So Australia is big, but the bit that people live in is very small. Like everybody, sort of knows everybody in that sense. Like do you know what I mean? Not in that sense, but it's like England feels bigger than Australia. Australia doesn't feel big because most of it is uninhabited. Did I go to Pi? Nah, I didn't. You're a strict fruitarian for almost 3 years. You would never eat change. You're sick if you try to make... Oh, you're on about the dog, talking about that. Yeah, yeah, I know a guy who healed his dog with fruit, so it's not really that sick to experiment with that. You gotta check, like, ask the dog. Well, to be fair, a dog will eat anything. Alright, we're moving. Yeah, look, check these places out. This is ideal, right? Like, all this whole city's got all these canals and stuff. You can just, like... Yeah, it's a beautiful place. I love how there's hardly anyone around. Do you not get that vibe from this place? It's just super peaceful. Look, everyone, look, there's people out there just on their boats and stuff. Like, what a peaceful place to be. And look, you got the Titans in the background. And the dragons. Whatever else. The dead Titans. That war must have been crazy. Could you imagine, like, these giant Titans fighting against the gods and dragons and, like, Zeus chucking his lightning spears and stuff? That was all real. That actually happened. Can you imagine that? Imagine Zeus, like, stood in front of you with his lightning spear, throwing it. Imagine that. That's a fucking amazing thing to think about. I hope I'm going the right way. Like, this doesn't feel like there's anything here. That's a cool thing to look at. Cool house. Yeah, look, this is like, this place should be called Pleasantville. It's just pleasant. Maybe I'm here to manifest one of these houses. That would be a dream come true for me. No neighbours. Do you know what I mean? Not sharing walls with anyone else. So I can just play my tunes as loud as I want. Just have my decks plugged in, a couple of KRKs, and just play it as loud as I want. That's the dream for me. I want to get back into that, but I haven't had the opportunity. It's hard to get into mixing when I'm always traveling, like trying to carry some decks around or something like that. It'd be really hard. Scumbags. They watch me do that as well, and they're just like, they're not going to react because they know that they're doing something evil. So it's just like, they're not going to react ever. You can safely walk around messing that up if you want, no problem. They'll never react. Thoughts on the scary contagious thing that went around a couple of years ago? Well, it wasn't contagious, that was all made up. So they convince you that you caught this thing, basically. What they got to do is poison you, put something in the water or something, tell you that it was a contagion. And then all of a sudden you're rushing to get the cure. Problem, reaction, solution. You can't sell someone a solution if you don't sell them a problem. Pretty sure fruit cured all the issues with your menstrual cycle. Yeah, it will. If you clean your body, it will cure everything. People don't realize cleaning your body isn't just something to do, it's the thing. Where am I? This feels like I've just walked into a different reality, honestly. I feel like I don't belong in this bit. This is like where people live. And I don't feel like a people. Right, how do I get to where I was trying to go? One sec. I was just checking the map. I want to make sure that I'm not just walking into a bunch of this. to I might not want it by the time I get there, but like this is what the direction I no fixed concrete plan of getting a juice. Normally, I like to wander aimlessly, kind of, but like I said, I don't want to get all the way into this state and then be like, oh shit, I've got to walk all the way back out of this loop around. Cool. Long distances to walk in Australia. Yeah, but because I'm so malnourished, I have the energy to do it. Yeah, the malnourishment that's giving me the energy to do it. My body by cleaning it and feeding it sugar, and so now I have the energy to do this. Have you ever fought out emotions? You know what? I don't know if I should take that question seriously or not, but you can fight out pressure, which allows you to allow you to process emotions. So, in that sense, yes, you file what happened to right, to esoteric subjects now. Comments have become normal. I'm not in the mood for normal. I'm so done. Normal. Bored. Like I clean my body. It's really normal. To me, that's the normal grounded activity. I want to talk about magic and spiritual warfare and immortality process of restoring it. Tell us something wacky. What could I tell you that's wacky? Under here, under the ground, under cities. I don't know about this one. this one is different. This one's like hell around my head. And existing within it are reptilians. If they want, they can blast a frequency up through the floor into your house. And if they don't like you, they will do that. But they can only see you and they only pay attention to you if your energy field is open. As soon as you close your energy field, they don't notice you and pay attention to you. Hello. It's a noodle dog.
Come on.
Hello. You be friendly. Right. How old is your dog?
8 months.
Mate. Dachshund.
Yeah.
They're the best, aren't they? Really. See you later.
Barky, though.
Yeah, they always are. I bet she sleeps a lot as well. Sleeps a lot. Yeah, they sleep like 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chill. Well, have a good day, mate. See you later. Yeah. More esoteric. You know what? It's because I'm being prompted. I can't think of anything. I don't know anything. I don't know. Let's talk about sausage rolls. Yeah, esoteric stuff. It's hard actually when prompted. I can't just do things when prompted. This is why when if someone was to be like, "Hey, talk about this now," I'd be like, "Well, I don't know." Like, I just talk about the things that come to me as they come to me. There is no like. That's how my mind works. So if you're in human design, if you have a 2 in your profile, then that's how your mind works. If you have a 1 in your profile, you have it all catalogued in your head. So someone with a 1 in their profile will have like a big filing cabinet in their head, and then they can get it at any time. They can just like, oh, there, I've got that filed under 0472 area section B. There it is. There's the information. If you have a 1 in your profile, you can do that. If you have a 2 in your profile, your mind is more like all your memories, and your filing cabinet is just like a bunch of floating clouds that pop in when they're needed, and then they disappear when they're not needed. And because of that, you might not have the best memory, but you always remember what you need to remember when you need to remember it. So that's why if you have a 2 in your profile and someone's like, "Hey, talk about this," it's like, "Oh, I don't know about that. Hey, it's not there right now." What do I think about the Anunnaki theory? What is it? I don't like to be influenced by other people's ideas or anything. Everything I'm talking about. So how do you think I know about that? Because I have an experience. How do you think I experience? How do you think I know about stuff? I don't like when someone says, "What do you think of this theory?" It's like, I don't like that. If someone says, "Here's a theory that someone else has," it's like, I don't even really. Do I want to listen to that? Do I want to hear it? Do I just want or do I just want my own information to be in my mind? Be truly. So there's a good example of a person, Jason Brashears, Archaics on YouTube. He was in prison for like 20 years or something, and he spent all of his time in prison reading books, like historical books, historical records. So he has a perspective that nobody else has, because he wasn't influenced by the internet or any other people's theories the whole time he was reading those books. And because of that, his information is unique. And he's got some of the most interesting, unique information in the world. Jason Brashears. If you've never heard of him, go to Archaics on YouTube. But because of that, he's got a perspective that no one else has, because he wasn't influenced by other people's theories or information. And I want that for myself. Well, I do have that myself. That's not knowledge. That's just somebody else's words. talk about CERN. They close it all the time though. CERN closed down their Hadron Collider all the time. This isn't new. It's funny because all these people becoming aware of this stuff, they're becoming aware of it now, and it's becoming like mainstream within like the conscious group of people. Look at this place, by the way. Look, imagine just having that. Everyone's got a boat here. It's the place to be. But yeah, like knowing about CERN, that's like they've been doing that for years. Ever since they fired it up, they've been turning it on and off. It's no big deal. Nothing will happen. I remember last time, it was like 2021 or 2020, they were like, yeah, they're turning off CERN. And I was like, whoa, something's going to happen. Nothing did. They turned it off and that was that. You'll never predict what's going to happen, by the way. You're never going to predict it. You're going to say, oh, they're trying to turn off CERN, the timeline's going to shift, something's going to happen. They'll turn it off, nothing will happen, and then the next major thing that happens will just come out of nowhere. Like COVID. Did you see that coming? 9/11. Did you see that coming? Any of it? Did you see any of it coming? No, you didn't predict any of it, and it all just came out of nowhere on a random day. And that's how it's going to be for everything else. But I've walked this way. I feel like this is the way. I am well in the thick of it here. Kind of area, the vibe. There's people here that live here, and that's it. I like more of the development. That's why that city's so great to me. What about a 5 in your profile? That's a karmic mirror. So if you have a 5 in your profile, people see in you the things they need to work on in themselves. So people not liking you, it's because they see themselves in you. They see the shit that they need to work on. So that's the 5. Yeah, you're a mirror to others. If you have a 6 in your profile, it means that you're destined to be a role model, but not until you get to age 51. I have a 6. I'm a 6'2" projector. If you want some personal info about me, that's really personal info. I'm a 6'2" projector. So if you have a 6 in your profile, you're destined to be a role model for other people in this life. But it takes 51 years to become it. Let's go this way. So after 50, when you get to 51, you'll be a role model. It goes in 3 phases, but that's how the 6 works in a nutshell. Hello, Dennis. What about taking medication? How do you stop? You just clean your body, and eventually your body will start rejecting the medicine. When you start taking the proper medicine. Where are we? You're transitioning and can't stop pooping. There you go, that's proof it's working. Oh, look what we've manifested here. Loud. Titans in the background. Dragons and titans. Loud Road. Right, let's get off the Loud Road. Whoa, we've walked into the Loud Road. Whoa, we've walked into Loud Town. Look at that though. Right, we need to move forward. Yeah, if you can't stop pooping, that's because your body is eliminating waste. So that's a good thing. Once you start transitioning, so basically, if you eat 3 meals in a day, you're gonna have to go to the toilet 3 times. Most people eat 2, 3, 4 times a day and have a bowel movement every couple of days because they're blocking themselves up. Everything you consume, you should eliminate. There are people that eat carnivore, that eat nothing but meat and eggs, who don't have bowel movements, and they claim that because their body is absorbing all of the meat. That's not how the body works at all. Their body isn't absorbing it whatsoever. It's just getting stuck in their intestines. So when you start to heal and clean your body and do the transition, you're going to start having more bowel movements. Hello, Christy. How are you? You're a 1-3 projector. Yeah, there you go. So you'll have a good memory for stuff. For information, which is I have a good memory for information, but only if someone asks me or something. Like if someone just says, hey, talk about an esoteric subject. It's like this is what I would do really well. I think if someone invited me on a podcast and asked me questions, they'd be able to get knowledge out of me that I haven't shared. So it hasn't happened yet. or I've had one, but that was ages ago. It hasn't happened yet, and I feel like it will. But when someone invites me on a podcast, which is going to inevitably happen, then I will be able to, because they're going to be asking me questions for a couple of hours. That's going to get information out of me that I don't normally share, because I just never think to share it or something like that. Is that the way to go? Hold on. I want to check the map. I don't want to walk in this. This is too... Right, I know where I'm going. Let's move. It smells like fast food here. And look, you've got like one of those malls over there, like the flat top malls that you see. You don't get those in England that much, but they're really common in Australia. I think you get those in America as well. Australia is similar to America from what I've seen in many ways, especially like the quiet hick towns. Probably shouldn't say hick, it's probably offensive to someone, but you know what I mean, like country towns, that kind of thing. Am I still in GC? I haven't played... Oh, I thought you were asking about Rocket League for some reason. I haven't played Rocket League for ages. Yeah, I'm still in Gold Coast, man, yeah. 2 days, you're not shitting, you're waiting today. Yeah, just drink loads of coconut water, eat loads of carbs. You will start having lots of bowel movements. It's inevitable. 6:3 projector, that must be difficult. That must be a thing. If you're in your 20s, that's chaos. If you're a 6:3 projector in your 20s, you are living a chaotic life. That must be so stressful. What does the /2 or /3 mean? Well, you have two numbers in your profile. There's somebody in there. Somebody must be fishing. Yeah, so you have two numbers in your profile. Shopping Village. Anything good? Baskin and Robbins? Nah, it's all food and sort of stuff. I wouldn't go near. Cake place. Bakery. There's always... sourdough. There you go. There's something that I wouldn't turn my nose up at. Fresh sourdough? That's a fucking... As long as they don't use pink salt, I will never consume that. Tartarian Town Centre in Gold Coast. There is no Tartarian building here. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen a single one. I've seen one that kind of looks like it, but it isn't. It's just like recreated. Give me 1 second. I've been drinking so much juice. I need to keep this system flowing. Cool, let's move. There's something I've just realised about, well, not just realised, but something I've realised about cold countries is how much I have to, like, if I'm drinking juices, how much I'm going to have to empty the bladder. That doesn't happen in Vietnam or Thailand because you just sweat everything out. I was drinking like 6 to 7 litres of liquid a day and not even using the toilet because everything was just sweating out of me. Here it's way different. And I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It's like, it's not cold, but it's not warm enough to have the sweat come out of me. Coconut water and carbs, best for transition. Yeah, basically. Clock Tower Hotel. Oh, I'll keep an eye out for it. We're going back towards that city now. To be fair, I've just realised something about this place is that, and a lot of places are like this, I'm not going to come inland further than this anymore. Like, look at this. This kind, it's too much concrete, not enough nature. This feels a bit matrixy. But when you go to the actual city, this is such a weird city. Look at that. Look at that bat. Massive bat. Wow. Daytime as well. It's a bat. It's not a bird. It's a bat. Really cool. Giant bats. I only see them here. What's wrong with Himalayan salt? It's petrified titan flesh with blood in it. It's like, it's not vegan. Let's put it that way. You like sourdough? That's made though, ferment. How is that different? What do you mean? How is that different to what? How is eating sourdough different to what? Am I in Australia? Yeah, this is Australia. This is Gold Coast, Australia. There isn't much esoteric to see here. This is all very new. So we can talk about detox here. This is a detox zone. So if you notice like different places in the world, especially like if you've been watching my videos or live streams, you'll see that they incite a different kind of vibe or a different kind of knowledge. And this place is a detox zone. You've got wildlife here you don't see anywhere else. Never see these kinds of trees anywhere else. Bro, I swear you're in a different country all the time. Yeah, I am. Have I been to New Zealand? No, I haven't. Not against it though. I just don't really feel drawn to that place at the moment. And how is sourdough different to the rotten stuff in your body from meat? How is eating sourdough different to eating meat? Well, your body can process carbohydrates really effectively. So if you consume carbohydrates without fats and oils, your body can clean that out of itself really easily. And you can leave sourdough on the counter for a long time and it won't go bad in the sense that it will stink. It won't attract maggots or anything like that. But if you leave a piece of rotting meat on the side, after 24 hours, it's going to stink. If you cook a piece of meat in the oven and leave it on the side, it's going to stink really quickly. And your body has a really hard time processing that. It gets really stuck in your digestive system. And worms eat it. So if you're eating meat, you're eating rotting flesh that worms are going to eat. And all the fats and oils all the fats and the bodily fluids of the animals, which is what the juice, quote unquote, of a steak is, that's going in your body. And your body was never designed to have that kind of thing in it. So, plus it's the consciousness that you're eating. So the consciousness of a sourdough bread is very different to the consciousness of an animal that was murdered. Do you know what I mean? It is just way different. It's almost difficult to answer that question in a serious way, but I recognize how manipulated some people are by parasites to believe that eating meat is okay or that it's normal or something, which is just, it really is just barbaric and crazy. It doesn't benefit anyone. It's not healthy, and you have to kill stuff to get it. It's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It's a fake vibe in GC. Yeah, but I don't really interact with the people wherever I go. So here it's quiet enough for me to do what I need to do. For me, this is a chill zone. This is a relax and detox. So some places are like an inhale, where it's like chaotic and there's a lot going on. Like when I was in Vietnam, that was an inhale. I went to that big petrified tree, saw loads of cool stuff, was traveling all around. This is like an exhale, which is where I like relax and push everything out. So it's like a detox zone. So maybe after this, I'll do another inhale somewhere. See, you're saying Gold Coast is very negative vibe, but I don't feel that whatsoever. I like it here. So people say this all the time, so a lot of people, spiritual people, will say that Bali is a great place. I went there and it was just like demonic and witchcrafty. So it's just like whatever, like I won't listen to anyone about anything. Like it's just like with game and film reviews or anything. I can't listen to other people's opinions at all. I will make my own mind up about everything. There's a fake vibe in GC, yeah, I'll, take your word for it, but, well, I won't take your word for it. I'll figure that out myself. I'll listen. But I don't feel that. I just feel like it's a chill place. And actually, all the people I meet are really friendly. Like, I don't often go to places where everybody is up for a conversation. But here, it seems like everybody's really nice and friendly. So I don't really feel a fake vibe here. I just feel a chill vibe. Honestly, it's just chill. And look, living in one of these houses has got to be like, imagine that. Just like you got a boat. Look, they got like multiple jet skis on the back of their house. How good is that? What a life. Imagine that. All right, it's a nice day. I'm just gonna take the jet ski out. Imagine that. Beautiful. We're gonna meet in the future, are we? I get a lot of people saying that. Can't meet everybody. It's funny you spell it M-E-A-T as well. I'm definitely not going to do that. Apparently thousands of people in the UK and Paris have died from the sun in the past 24 hours. What a bunch of bullshit, probably. They just want you to be afraid of going out in the sun because it detoxes you. Don't be afraid of the sun. You need it. It's part of life. You need the sunlight energy. That's why fruit is so good, because it's secondhand sunlight. Don't like, oh, thousands of people died. Yeah, don't go out in the sun; it'll kill you. Like that just sounds so governmenty and newsy. Noosa in Queensland is the best exhale place you've been. I'm not going to take anyone's word for anything. I like it here. Anyone who's talking shit about this place, I don't know. I guess you just don't understand chill. Like this is nice. It doesn't matter if it's got a fake vibe. Like it doesn't even have a fake vibe. It's just every city has a fake vibe. If you want to look at cities like that, this has a lot of nature around. Look, it's very green. Look, there's lots of trees everywhere. There's a big long beach, blue water, orange juice available everywhere, good fruit. What's wrong with it? There's hardly any people around. Look, how many people have you noticed that I've walked past? Like, so it's 4 p.m. So this is the middle of the day. On a Thursday, we've walked around this city for like 3 hours. How many people have we gone past? Less than 200? This place is amazing. Think about like Sydney when you're walking and it's just like stacks of people. You can't exhale in Sydney. It's a very wound up place. My body didn't exhale. All I did in Sydney was eat food. I didn't even drink that much juice or anything. Like, because my body didn't want to do the exhale because it would have been so stressful. But here, it's like relax time. We're always ready to say hello. Who? What do you mean? Which is the best human design website? One said you're a projector and other said you're a manifester. Go to myhumandesign.com. That's the good one. That's the one I use and it's reliable. All right, hold on. Just want to see what way to go. Right, we're going that way. Nice car. That's a nice car. AMG Mercedes. They're really beautiful. I really appreciate nice engineering. You know, like there's a way to do engineering that's like ugly. Let's find an example of that. And there's a way to do it like in a beautiful way. So ugly would be like brutalist architecture or certain cars. Like, let's say that Toyota van, not the British van. And then you have certain cars like that AMG we walk past. It's like a beautiful thing. There's art in everything. I have love for life. That is the reason. Maybe. Or maybe I just recognize where is cool. I've been places that I hate. Like, I've been places that I just think, ugh, like, what am I doing here? Like Sydney. I don't really like it there. It's too busy. Okay, if you want to talk about a fake vibe, Sydney has that in spades. This place doesn't have it. But the square house is not good. Well, it's fine. Like, I know it's not ideal, but this is, you got to recognize, like, stop striving to be perfect and like in the ideal. You can be happy in this environment. Like, yeah, square house, not ideal. Keep the doors open, play some music loud, drink an orange juice and tell me you don't feel content. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you just got to do the right thing. Most of the reason that people find fault in things is because they have gunk in their body. So they can't relax anywhere. So they'll go somewhere and be like, oh, the fake vibe in here. But really what they're saying is, I can't relax. And it's translating as me looking for a fault with the place. All you got to do is clean your body and you'll see that it's mostly internal. Or you could say completely internal, because the external is a reflection of the internal. Yeah, so this is a bit of an inhale for me, coming out here, walking around. So we're going to exhale when we get back to the city. People on the Gold Coast are very friendly. Yeah, I feel that. I actually feel that more so than pretty much anywhere I've ever been. I really do feel like that. This place is awesome. And if you don't like this place, I don't know what to say. Not everywhere's for everyone, let's put it that way. But yeah, look, you can just run a business out of your house. Like, look, even these houses are cool. Like, little bungalow. Nobody has neighbors. Like, nobody's sharing walls. Do you know how, like, I'm from England where everybody shares walls? Look, all of these houses are completely separate. There's no one sharing walls. You can play your music as loud as you want in there. Amazing. It's like when I posted that video the other day about the abundance of fruit available here. And I got loads of negative comments, all from Australian people. You just don't realise how good you have it here. Go to England and go and look for some fruit. And then tell me, look at that, just fucking... This is right there. There's a fucker in it. You don't realise what I'm saying, but you will one day. Yeah, but if you go and look for fruit. If you're from here and you don't think that you have great food available in Australia, go to England and then walk around England and try and find some decent produce. And let me tell you, you'll be buzzing to get back to Australia. I posted that video and everyone's like, about how good the produce is here, because it is. And everyone was like, oh, you must be joking. It's like, you're just taking it for granted what you have. This is awesome. Will you get fat during the transition? Nah, you'll lose weight. You might bloat a bit at the beginning while your body removes the fats and oils, but you'll lose weight. Well, orange juice is so strong. So I'd finished that orange juice like almost an hour ago, and I'm still removing toxins that is pulled out. It's pretty amazing. Watermelon juice doesn't do that. No fruit does that, apart from orange. Orange is something else. Magic. Like, if I drink another one, I'm sort of committed to removing toxins for the next several hours. Don't know what to do. We've already reached the place as well, so I'm not sure. We're going to use EMP in 2029. You just let me know. Who's we? I don't believe you. I don't sense that you are in any kind of position to EMP anything. In Sydney, they do coffee raves at like 5 in the morning. I don't know, that sounds all right. Do you know what it is? You say it's a weird ritual. It is, because it's getting people awake to go to work. I remember when I was in Sydney working there, I was getting up at like 5 just to go to work. So, Sydney's like that. I feel like that wouldn't happen here. It's like criminal here to do anything before 8 o'clock, it feels like, in the morning. It's just one of those places where it's all chill vibes. When am I going to talk about what? I am. That's a whole other thing. I want you to notice patterns where you live. I've said enough. Why are you seeing 444 all the time? Well, pay attention. You're being communicated with. What toxins have you pulled out so far? Well, I can't really answer that. Just toxins. Do it and you'll see. You're an electrical engineer and we made it already done. Well, yeah, you got an EMP big enough to EMP the world? I would suggest not doing that, by the way. Not that I believe that you will, but just for the sake of propagating the conversation, I would suggest you need the internet and the infrastructure in some capacity. It's not as simple as it's not as that simple. You can't just EMP everything. You'll get yourself eaten. While this is here, being used for certain reasons, it is also protecting you from something else. So don't don't think, oh, we'll just EMP it, that'll fix it. That's the worst thing you could ever do. EMP it, yeah. Wow. Do not EMP it. What kind of work did I do in Sydney? Oh, that was years ago, but I was working on construction sites. I was doing a juice fast at the time as well. I was drinking 6 litres of orange juice every day, working on construction sites in Sydney, and not eating after work. I did a juice fast. I was literally lifting heavy stuff all day, and everyone on the building site, they were calling me Banana Man, and I was more energetic than anyone. Didn't fatigue. I was doing reps with the stuff we were carrying. Like 2 of us were carrying these big boards. I was doing reps with them up the stairs. The guy was like, "You're crazy." Literally doing reps with it. That's the energy you can have if you clean your body. So this is really good. People from Australia. Oh yeah, this is not like say like you got like some of the best produce in the world, and people are like, "Yeah, no, it's no good." What are you talking about? Look how bright and vibrant it is. Yeah, it's just chemicals, mate. Yeah, chemicals. Everything has chemicals. No, it's just chemicals, mate. I might as well go to Burger King. That's how they think. Like, it was crazy. That's how people think. Yeah, check this out. Look. Isn't this like, oh, they're on reduced? That is also tantalizing. They are on offer for me. Look at that. That looks really vibrant. Look at that. It looks magic, doesn't it? It's like magic in there. Orange, look. This is... So you can tell that I have moved into an orange vibration. Look, the outer is a reflection of the inner. Where have I ended up? I've come to Orange Land. Yeah, orange pulls more toxins out than anything. Orange is king. Orange is king. But look, even here. So these are all freshly squeezed. Look. Between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. Look, there aren't even enough people in the town to warrant this amount of juice. This juice is all... What was I saying? Bro, how much is that? Is it worth it? Where is it? Dude, we got it, haven't we? I was just saying this. Look at that. Between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. Many fresh grapefruits as possible were squeezed into this bottle. How cool. What a magical place. Orange juice brings acid reflux. Yeah, it's pulling toxins out of you. That's why. Right, am I getting a... Right, I need to... It's hard to shop because I shop in a weird way, in a way that has to be aligned. I have to think. It's 4:30. How much time is this going to take? $3.99 is a good deal. It is a good... It's a small bottle, but it is a good deal. Look, they even have... Look, they have orange juice. Look, Thursday morning, that one was squeezed. Or they have mandarin juice. And this is better because it's more orangey. It's got more of a sugariness to it. Look how many mandarin juices there are here. Watermelon. This is watermelon, apple, strawberry, and mint. What else? Look, there's a green juice, which I will not be drinking. I'm not a green juice guy. I'm a fruit man. Do you know why most people aren't fruit people? Because they can't handle it. Because they don't go through the detox. Like you said, orange is bringing out the toxins, giving you acid reflux. So most people are going to drink orange juice and think, that gives me acid reflux, I'm going to stop. What if you just keep drinking and get all those acids out? That's beetroot, apple, carrot, beetroot, and lemon. Celery, which again, no appeal whatsoever to me. Tropical. What else is that? Apple, pineapple, orange, lemon, and mint. So, if you are from Australia and you complain about it, you're just simply misguided in your complaints. And I think anyone watching this stream right now would absolutely agree. Do you agree? If you agree, say I agree. Anyone say in the chat, anyone complaining about this is misguided. Like, you can't complain about this, can you really? You don't have to say that in the chat, but Juice Heaven. That's what I'm saying. How's the stream quality? Loads of comments started. Maybe everyone's just like, wow. No one's got anything to say. It's just like, look at that. This is like the ultimate juice land. Have you ever seen anything like that? What am I here to get? Am I here to get a juice? Maybe. I don't know. I think I might be moving toward food now. It's really hard to do this on the stream, by the way. It's really hard because I have to consult my higher mind and my father, guide, leader, and protector. Drinking coconuts, $4.99. See, these are deceptive. These are actually pasteurized. These have been cooked. They bake these. They're still tasty, but they're not raw. If you see these, they're not raw. They've been cooked. Look at that. That's like magic in there. Look. Orange is the way. Look, these oranges as well. Look at the oranges here. They're like really orange. People complaining. This is crazy. You complain. You are crazy. This is beautiful. Where is that, please? It's in... maybe I shouldn't tell you. You'll get all the juice. This is mine. No, this is what I mean. Like when I was talking about a place to live, this is like the best place ever. Mandarin juice on offer, $6.99. Come on, bro. Well, don't. I think I have to, you know. When was this squeezed? That just looks really good. Right, I'm gonna get. I feel like the Mandarin is where it's at right now. Okay, if we're gonna carry on, I feel like we'll carry on chatting and streaming then, because this is gonna carry me through that. So, what do you want to do? You want to get a Mandarin? Oh, I'm asking you like as if. Yeah, I'm gonna get this. This is cool for me. So Mandarins are sweeter than the oranges. So this is more sugary, less acidic. The oranges are more acidic, more cleansing. Oh, so the price is gone. How long is this going to be on special for? The orange? Because it's on offer. How long do you do that for?
Normally it's for a week.
Okay.
Promos go from Tuesday through to Wednesday.
Right.
So it would have started yesterday.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Cool. I got cheap juice all week. That's all on offer. They put promos on it. Love it. Shame they don't come in glass bottles. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Kind of want to try that though. Should I get one? Right, this is what we're doing. Don't know. My body's saying don't get the grapefruit. That's for later. That's another day. What I could do? No, my body. I listen to my body. My body wants this. I'm gonna drink this. Look, all this as well. Look, fruit trays, avocado with chili, just like delicious. People complain about. So if you're in Australia and you're complaining about your food, you're crazy. It is crazy. Don't realize the beauty of the abundance that you have. Of course it matters, bro. Microplastics are horrendous. Nah. It's not just about cleansing. It's about mitigating other fucking neutralizing other threats and stuff. Got to recognize, it's not just about cleansing. It's not just about cleansing everything. Just clean everything out of you. Make yourself the biggest, paint the biggest target on your back you've ever seen, and just clean everything out of you. Great idea. Like, it's just, you got to be smart. You got to recognize what's happening in this world. So, is this Australia? Yeah, it is. Nightmare going to the shops with you. It takes 15 minutes to select one item. Luckily, I don't want anyone to come with me. You don't have to be here. You're just choosing to be here. You could eat. What's this restriction? Your live is not eligible for recommendation and is restricted in search results because it redirects users to purchase products outside of TikTok. So what? Now no one else is going to join the stream? Surely not. So what? That's it now. Everybody's just going to leave and no one's going to come back. So if you scroll away from this, try scrolling away and coming back. Well, no, you'll be able to come back, maybe. What? That's a bullshit. What? Because I'm saying that this is a place you can buy juice. TikTok wants you to buy everything from TikTok. But yeah, all right, fair enough. Well, I'll end the stream there then. I'm going to take that as life saying time to end the stream, which makes a lot of sense. So it's been nice. And oh no, people are joining. Okay, whatever. We're back. We're back. We're so back. Just give me a minute. I don't know what to do, whether to eat or juice. And it's hard to decide. Don't go. Yeah, I'm not going to go. Hold on. I have 101,000 followers. Yeah, that's true. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Just one day I looked and I had loads of followers. Literally, just posting videos, and then one day loads of people started following me, and that was it. And I don't even check. So when I post a video, I don't look at the numbers after. I never click on my page. Once a week I'll click on my page and see like the numbers and how many people viewed things. But when I post a video, I just post it and click it, and that's that. I don't check how the numbers are. So one day I just had loads of followers. Yeah, I've got to listen to my body in this instance. It doesn't want the grapefruit juice at all. It wants this mandarin juice though. $10.99, 1.5 litres there. I'm not... TikTok were like, you can't... You're directing users to buy something outside of TikTok. Yeah, buy something within TikTok. Go to my page and click on my book and buy that and learn how to detox. How about that? Right, this is good. I'm just going to do this. What else we got? This place is full of like natural, almost natural food. Like close to, do you know what I mean? It's like minimally processed, organic, all that. Tempeh. I love tempeh. Does anyone else like tempeh? Look, this is organic, pure tempeh. I love it. It's made from soybeans, which is alkaline. This is alkaline, by the way. It's a really good protein. It's alkaline. Tofu as well. Papaya is delicious at the moment. Now, all the papayas I've seen are green though. When you've been to Asia, like the papayas here don't do it. Certain fruits I just won't be able to have. What's that? A truma. That's just like full of stuff. It's got eggs and everything in it. Look, okay, so when it comes to like bread, so if you're on a transition and you're looking for bread, this is perfect. Look, you see the ingredients: wheat, flour, salt, yeast, water. That's it. And then you've got this kind of bread. Look at all these ingredients. Avoid that. Don't have that one. Get this one. Gluten-free or sourdough. Yeah, look, they got this big sourdough thing. Look at this. This is a piece of art, by the way, look. So, like, if you want a bread, look, they bake it up there and then put it on this thing. And then, like, you just pull this and it brings the bread. It's a cool thing. And it give you the bread. And then you get the bread, you put it in this machine, and it cuts it for you. And then you put it in a bag. That's like as fresh as it gets. They're baking it there. So this place is cool for that. Right. I'll be out of here in a minute. I'll be able to talk properly. Weird. It's like weird vibe. You can't talk about anything. Well, you can. It's just weird. Do you know what I mean? Like read the room kind of thing. Energy field is open. Cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I'll be outside in a sec, and then we can continue. I don't know if they restricted this stream though for pointing at products outside of TikTok. Hello, mate. Yeah, cool. Pay with that. I think this is good. It's hard to know what's good and what's not when you're doing this and learning about this energy field stuff. But my body is always the best thing to consult. You ask your body, hey, should I consume this? And your body will say yes or no. And that's a beautiful thing, because your body's more intelligent than you when it comes to knowing what to put in it. One sec. And so, my body, being the intelligent thing that it is, this is the first raw thing I've had all day, by the way. This is like pure raw mandarin juice. What shopping centre is this? It is, it's on the Isle of Capri. And that's a very small island. It's the only shopping centre here. So you can find that. Right. Cheers. This is the juice life, the fruitarian life. Hello, mate. Well, I say fruitarian. I don't even eat 100% fruit, but close enough. Do you know what I mean? This is the juice life. This is the clean life. Let's go. It's amazing. Whoa. Woo! Just immediately feel the electricity. So think about how many mandarins are in there. Think about how many mandarins you need to make that much juice. Maybe like 10, 11, 12. It's so much more efficient to drink the juice of 11 mandarins, 12 mandarins, more even, than eat them. So imagine if I was eating that many mandarins. I would have to stop, find somewhere to sit, peel them all, get the seeds out, eat them, and then it would just take loads of time out of like the live, or it's like being able to do something else, like live stream or anything. But with this juice, it's just available. Someone else has squeezed it. I can just go and get the juice, drink it, and just carry on with my day. That's why I love juice. I've always, since I started this cleaning journey, I've always been a juice person. I've never been a fruit eater, really. I've had phases where I'll do it, but I've always been a juicer. Juicing is king. And that's why I've always succeeded as well. It cleans you in a way that eating does not. Even if you're eating fruit. No, you eat all the seeds out of a fruit. Nah, they're bitter and they're sometimes really hard to swallow and digest. Vibrating high with fruit. Such a good find. Yeah, true. So if you are living here, if you live on the Gold Coast and you want the best juice that you ever have, there you go. I've just given you the holy grail of juice. That is the holy grail. That is the best juice place that I have been. There's unlimited orange juice. What could be better than that? And it's multiple different types of orange as well. There's mandarin and regular orange. And grapefruit, which is kind of an orange. So there's like 3 types of citrus cleaning juices available all day, every day. In abundance. I don't even know why they've got that much juice in there. There aren't even that many people here. They're not even going to sell it all. That's why most of it was on reduction. That's so cool. It feels like it was it feels like I came here specifically for that. Love how passionate you are about juice. Well, I am very passionate about juice because it changed my life. Look at this house. Whoa, this is amazing, by the way. So this is the first raw one I've had all day. This is like, I feel the electricity straight away from it. And like the electricity from that, like I've just drank the equivalent of like 7 mandarins in one mouthful, basically, or one go of like swigging the drink. You can't do that with food. You can't just eat like that. And I don't feel like there's anything in my stomach because it's just juice. But I got all the electricity, all the nutrients, all of the structured water, and all of the detox without having to sit and eat the food. How good is that? That's why juicing is the best. One sparrow can bring the summer. Look at that. Cheers to juice, orange juice. You absolute legend. I love oranges more than I love any other food. If you're going to ask me what my favorite food is, it's orange. What are we saying? Why orange? Because it cleans in such a way. It's cleaner than any other fruit. It's like, it feels like bleach, like body bleach. So with other fruits, they're still very clean, but they feel like they leave like a stickiness. But because this is citrus, it kind of like, so because orange is acidic, and it's not acidic after you digest it either, it turns alkaline when you digest it. But because it's acidic, it's like power cleaner. There's something about the acidity of it that just burns through toxins. It's amazing. But you have to be already kind of clean to not get acid reflux. Like some guy commented, oh, I drank orange juice and it gave me acid reflux. It's like, yeah, because it's pulling acids out of you. So that'll stop happening after a while. It still kind of happens to me. That's how powerful orange is. I did 58 days on watermelon, and I'm still getting a little bit of acid reflux from orange. But in 2022, I cleaned my body with orange, and I removed the acid reflux. Beautiful thing. Is pineapple good? Yes, it is. Pineapple is very similar to orange in the sense that it has an acidity to it, and it turns alkaline after you digest it. Right, let's keep moving. Citrus has more electricity. Yes, it does. I can feel it. So I think it's one of Eric's books, or in Man's Higher Consciousness by Hilton Hotema, one of those books, there's a story about a girl who did 6 months on orange juice. And she went from like a wreck to like the most brightest divine being that anyone had ever seen. Just purely 6 months on orange juice. So you once drank so much orange juice that you didn't get the reflux anymore. Yeah, the reflux comes from the juice pulling toxins out of you. So when you get acid, it's the same. Some people have that with tomato, because tomato is a really powerful cleanser as well. Some people experience the acid reflux because they're not ready to drink the orange juice yet. You have to do a lot of cleansing before orange juice will be of great benefit to you without that discomfort. That's why you do the transition. Ask that lady, how are you? Why? Hi, how are you? Like, I'm sure she's doing fine. We've all got problems. How I just never would do that. How are you? I don't like pleasantries like that. Like, and it not like pleasantries, but like small talk. If I'm going to say something to someone, I'm going to say the thing I want to say, not how are you. Like, how are you? Like, I just wouldn't. That's just to me like, what a waste of words. How are you? Hi, how are you? Yeah, like what are they going to say? They're going to say that they're fine because that's what everyone says. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. What do you want? Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine. What is it that you want? Well, you might as well just say what it is that you wanted to say without asking how you are, how they are. Maybe you find love. You never know. Yeah, maybe. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Do you love me? I love you. You love tomatillos. Tomatillos. Are they the small tomatoes? We call those cherry tomatoes. You'll definitely be able to astral travel with that cleanse. Well, we'll see. There ain't no clean like a citrus clean. I'll tell you that. Like when I just look at my hands and my skin, I'm just like, whoa, I look like I had this before when I was doing orange. I look at my skin and I'm just like, whoa, I look healthy as fuck. Like, and I didn't have that. So I didn't have that with my skin when I was doing the watermelon at all. But where I'm on orange, I look at myself and I'm like, whoa, like I'm like glowing, like literally like healthy as fuck. like a health, like radiating health. Really love that. And I feel like this is just the beginning. I think I can push this to some level that no one's ever seen. I really believe that. I really think I can push this health detox thing to a level that nobody's ever seen. Do you find it easy to find quality watermelons in Australia? I don't. Look, so that was a phase. Watermelon is so good. I have no desire to put watermelon in my body. And that's not because I don't like it or that is not beneficial or anything. It's just there's different phases of this process. And I have reached a point where the consumption of watermelon is not desirable. It doesn't feel like it's strong enough. It doesn't feel like it's going to do anything. This is something else. Oh, sorry. This is a whole other thing. This is so there's, like I said, there's a transition, and you do a juice fast. This is like some next level era for me. Watermelon doesn't appeal to me whatsoever right now. I look at it in the shop and I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me. I did 58 days on pure watermelon, juicing only watermelon, about 10 litres a day. I am good with watermelon for a while. I'm okay. Paradise Island. Do I use lemons or limes? Nah, I just don't really. I bet a lot. I've drank a lemon juice before that I made, and it was really strong. But it's not. It doesn't have the same enjoyability as an orange juice. Like, think about the enjoyability of this. Now, if you could taste how that tastes, this is like really good. This is like you saw how bright those oranges were. This is really high quality juice. How much sleep does one require a night? Well, it's a complicated question because sleep is really just your body breathing and detoxing. So it depends how many toxins you have in your body. So there's no real answer to that question. What's the longest juice cleanse I've done? 96 days. I've done a 96-day one, a 69-day one. I've done a 35-day one on orange juice before. And most recently, I did a 58-day one. I can imagine doing another one of these. I can imagine that. I can imagine doing like 30 days on this, honestly. Or even just 3 weeks on this would really be something. Really, really something. Yeah, you go through phases. Where do I sleep? Just in like hotels and stuff. Just wherever I can. Just wherever has got a nice comfy bed and a shower and lets me eat my food in peace. It's funny because in the hotel I'm staying at the moment, they have English TV on. So when I'm at night, so basically I get up, this is my day, right? I get up, I have a shower, I go out, I get juice, I drink, and I'm moving around all day, right? So basically, how long have I been streaming here for? I don't know how many people have been here since the beginning of the stream. Probably no one at this point. I've been streaming for hours, maybe a couple. But basically, this is what I do. It's like you just got like a snapshot into what I'm into. Like, I juice and I move around. How do I have the energy to do this all day? Because I'm eating the right food. My body is clean. Why don't I need to stop and lay down and rest? Because I'm malnourished. Like that guy said earlier, oh, you're not getting the right nutrition. If I wasn't getting the right nutrition, I'm like booming my voice out of my body while walking, have been for hours and hours and hours, and I've been walking around for hours before that, and I will continue to walk around for hours after and do push-ups and shit. How would that even be possible if I was eating the wrong food? If, like that guy said, if fruit didn't have the right nutrients or the right nourishment in it, how would that even be possible? Don't really know what way to walk now. I'm kind of like between places. Right, let's go across. This seems like the move. It's like empty roads, look, the middle of the city. 5 p.m. Okay, 5 p.m. middle of the city. That road's got a bit of traffic on it, but look. What have you ever known a city to be like this? It's like the weirdest, quietest city ever. It's so good. You just got here, you didn't get a notification that I was live. I've been live for hours now, but it's nice to see you. Fair play, mate, someone says. Yeah, literally, innit? You can't argue with it. You can't argue with the energy levels. Like, how many people do you realistically know that have the energy to do this kind of thing? Every day, all day. That's really uncommon, I think. Most people don't even like to walk to the end of their road. And by the way, I've got like 10 kilos on my back. Look, you see this bag? That's full, and it's got all the food I bought today, and it's got clothing in it, and it's got a big jar of tomato sauce in it. Like, there's like 10 kilos on my back, by the way. I'm not just walking, I'm walking around with weight on me. So if you think fruitarianism and cleaning your body will make you weak and frail, you are very severely mistaken. Like, big time. You really do need to clean your body if you want to be energetic all day. Actually, the only problem you're going to have is what you do with all your energy. That's more of a problem. What do I think of banana? I don't really eat those. I just don't like banana that much. If I'm going to eat a starch, I don't want banana. That's the last starch I'm going to eat. I eat fruit all day. I'll juice the fruit. Like, if I'm going to have a starch, I'm going to have something ultra tasty. For me, a banana is just like low. I don't know. I just don't feel like eating banana, ever. Never, ever want a banana. I never think, oh, a banana would be nice. I never think that, ever. Oh, yummy, a banana. It just doesn't ever happen. I'm never into banana. What am I going to eat today? Maybe some sort of sandwich-based item. Whatever will most effectively benefit me in removing toxins that have been loosened during the day via this consumption of orange juice as I've moved around. So whatever is going to pull the things out of me that I'm trying to pull out of me. It's really hard to talk about what I'm doing because I'm doing something that's really experimental. I don't want to share it until I understand it. So I'm going to eat food. It's healthy. It pulls toxins out of me. And it cleanses. And it's a great supplement to my juicing orange lifestyle. That's all I will say on that. Until I understand the process better. And then I'll write a book and be like, hey, do this. And the book will only be for those who have already done long cleanses. So I've got a lot of time to write that book because most people have only just started in terms of the people that have been listening to me. So do the cleanse for a couple of years and then we'll talk. Not trying to sound like a dickhead, but it is just a reality. You got to have the experience of fruitarianism. Have the experience of fruitarianism. It's the most valuable thing you can learn. It will teach you about how your body works. Wow, look, that's a tall building. That's a cool one. Look, I would live there. Imagine living here. Right. So now that you've seen a bunch of this place, would you live here? I would. No problem. Look at this. Imagine just getting one of those. Like, you got the balcony, sea view, all this juice available. Like, what could be better? Like, there's no one around. Really relaxed vibe. Just perfect place, bro. Can't actually articulate how perfect this place is. If I were to have a starch, what would it be? Anything but a banana, actually. Rice, bread, potatoes, anything but a banana, honestly. Anything but a banana. I'm really just not feeling the bananas. I never ever have been into banana. So banana is nice if you have it with dates, and that's still okay. But even dates, I don't like to eat them on their own. Honestly, if I'm taking in sugar, this is how it's going in. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not a fruit eater. I am a fruit juicer. I don't really eat that much. I haven't, so I had some dates with coconut on them earlier. So dates with like coconut bits on them earlier. I won't eat dates on their own. With coconut bits, makes it way different. But I'm not going to eat a bunch of meals all day. Like, I don't want to be bogged down with all the waste in my gut. I'd rather just juice it and feel good that way. Get all the nutrition that way and just keep moving. Do you know how good it feels to just move your body around all day and have the energy to do it? Like, how many calories, if we're talking calories, how many calories do you think I'm using doing this? Like, never at rest. Never at rest. Always moving. I rest when I get... So, do you know how good I sleep as well? Like, after a whole day of doing this, and I mean all day, it's 5 p.m. I've been doing this for the past 6 or 7 hours. All day. 7 hours I've been doing this. And I'll keep doing it for the next, 4 hours. I'll probably go and have some food at, 8 p.m. And then I'll have a couple of hours to digest it. And then I'll go to bed. And I'll sleep like a baby because of how much I've used my body. My body will want the rest. It's a beautiful thing. What do I think about avocados? They're high in fat. They're really good for certain types of detox. If you want to clean your body initially, stay away from fats. Oh, look at this. Look at the clear blueness of that water. This is cool. Orange is a positivity bringing thing. You drink that, you're going to feel good. You drink that, you're going to be in a good mood. You clean your body and drink that, you are going to be in a good mood. There is no doubt. This is the greatest thing that ever got created by the greatest guy, which is our father. He created this, orange. What the fuck? How did he come up with that one? Come up with all this stuff, right? All of this. But then he came up with that, and he was like, well, all right, we're going to do that now. That's the greatest invention that he ever created. Absolute genius. Look at that. That's clear blue water. That's like properly clear, turquoise, lush water. This is so basically, this view here, this is what it looks like to be peaceful and successful in life. If you have come here and you're drinking that, how do you manifest this sort of thing? You clean your body. The external is a reflection of the internal. How do you clean your body? Wow, this isn't obvious by now. Do the transition and drink the fruit. The information is available. Go to my page. Go to the top. Detox playlist. All the info's there. Read my book. All the info's there. You can figure it out. What was that? What do I think of alcohol? Wow, this is kind of like that. Kind of. I don't need to drink alcohol. I'm already drinking. Look, this is my 5th litre of liquid today. I remember a while ago, months ago, when I was in Thailand, I made a video saying you should be consuming 5 litres of water a day. And that is about right. I consume around 5 litres of liquid every day. So I'm always moving towards more health, more detox. I get healthier every day. I get younger and healthier every day. Most people age and get sicker every day. I get younger and healthier every day. And so would anyone else who's detoxing their body and realigning it. Look at that building. It's huge. What do I think of blueberries? Yeah, they're all right. I don't like eating fruit, honestly. I don't I'm not a fruit eater. I keep saying that, but if you like eating them, yeah, cool. I'm just not a fruit eater. I'm a fruit juicer. Some people don't like juice, but the only people who don't like juice are the people who haven't cleansed enough. This is going to jet wash you. This is going to blast toxins out of you, but you have to go through a little bit of discomfort. Even now I'm getting, so think about this, right? I did 58 days on watermelon juice and I did a bunch of cleansing. I've been doing this for years, but I have put toxins back in. That's why I'm experiencing this a little bit. But even this, my body is saying this is powerful. I can't just tank 5 litres of this in one go like I have been able to in the past. That's how powerful this is. It really gets the deep, deep, deep toxins. Better than with 5 people in the same house. Yeah, definitely. You just need that in a skate park. Dude, there's people skating over there. I saw them yesterday. Well, they're probably not there now, but I'm sure there's one around. What do I think about honey? I don't like the process that you have to go through to get it, and there's better sugars. And is there any Tartaria here? No, there isn't any. This is all brand new. There isn't any of the old world stuff here, which is fine. This is all brand new. All of this is new. Why are negative entities negative? Are they jealous of our power? Basically, yeah. Jealous. They're jealous. So are you connected to Source by doing this? I'm connected to Source by doing anything. And so are you. What? By doing what? Helping loads of people clean and change their lives. Probably. What do I think of... Nope. I've answered that. Does anyone else think that the Sunshine Coast is nicer and chiller? I can't imagine it. I'll go and visit. I know that I shouldn't listen to other people when they say stuff. If someone's telling me something isn't good and I'm in the place and I'm thinking, well, it can't really get better than this. This is about as good as it gets for me. I really just think I can't imagine it being, for this time in my life, this being more perfect than, but if, like, I won't take anyone's word for it. I'll visit it at some point, but I have no desire to leave. Absolutely none. No, like there's no part of my body saying leave here. None of it. Not a single cell in my body wants to leave. My entire being likes this place. Everything about it. I love it. Someone has been asking me for ages what I think of blueberries. Yeah, I did answer him. You're allergic to penicillin and it's made from orange. You're not allergic. You're just... So you might be allergic to chemicals, but you're not allergic to orange. There's no such thing as being allergic to fruit. You just have a certain type of toxin in your body that reacts badly and causes a reaction. And so that's what's causing it. No one's allergic to fruit. Am I worried about losing my hair? No, because I know that it's just blockages. So any hairline receding anything will just... The hair will come back. Easy. But you do it like it should be doing it. Other people just don't keep it. Do what? Like, okay, so like, I've had this thought as well. Like when it comes to like fruitarianism and juicing and all this, like you have to move your body as well. Like the way that I'm doing this, the way that I live this lifestyle, if you were to replicate it, you would have success. I do it like properly. If you just drink juice and sit around in your house and don't go anywhere, you're going to feel like shit. And it's not going to detox you properly. You got to move every day. You got to change your whole lifestyle. Most people are used to just sitting around. Once you start moving around and consuming carbs and sugars and juices, that's when the detox really kicks in. Do you ever sit down for 5 minutes? Oh yeah, that chair. My body's going to appreciate this for 5 minutes. Definitely. Maybe 10. I never take the bag off either. I've got 10 kilos on my back. I never take it off. I feel like it stabilizes the breathing or something while I'm still not perfectly aligned. What do you think about releasing? Yeah, don't consciously release for no reason. Basically. I haven't consciously released anything like that for over a year. Why did I choose watermelon before? Because it's the most hydrating and it's the softest. So in terms of like how it detoxes you, it's very easy. It's like a really good way to get into a juice fast. Oranges are super powerful. Am I vaping? No. Imagine vaping. Vaping is oil. Imagine just vaporizing oil. I used to vape as well, but vaping is oil. So you're inhaling oil vapor, which is turning into like sticky oil residue in your lungs. Detoxing and cleansing is different to realignment. Yeah, it's a different thing. But they're both equally important. You get your atlas in and you do the detox. That's the holy grail. His hair is already long. Actually, it would look better with a nice haircut there. No, there's no such thing as a nice haircut. There is only spiritual castration. Your hair is your antenna. There's only it only looks dodgy in like the middle stage where you've cut it and then you decide you want to grow it, so it looks a bit weird. But I just wear a hat, and then that's fine. I just put a hat on and it's all good. I just wear a hat all the time now, which is cool until my hair grows a bit longer. Do I see esoteric symbolism everywhere I go? Yeah, because these fuckers are everywhere. So they always... I've been trying to show you. The national park is way up to your right. Very nice up there. Yeah, I'll probably go up there at some point. Right, gonna have some more of this. By release, does that mean with plant medicine like Cambo? No, he's talking about releasing your seed as a male, like your life force energy, which you don't want to do. Make sure we get it all. How good is that? So good. You got no idea how much you will fall in love with fruit juice when you start doing this. You might think it's not possible, but you can fall in love with fruit juice. That is so good. Like, my body's just like, more, give me more. I might just give it more. Do you want to go get more? Well, we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. It is 5:20. I have to be smart about timing. I have to stick to my somewhat strange routine. Do you have more juice? Nah, that was my 5th litre though. I think I'm good. Honestly. You're happy for me and my mandarin juice. Thanks. It is a it's happy juice. Oh my, what a blessing. So to be clean enough to be able to enjoy that much orange juice, that's the blessing. Every time I drink one of those, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I get to enjoy this. What a thing. I actually am in a position where I'm clean enough to be able to enjoy abundant orange juice. Do you know how good that feels? Do you know how much I know for a fact that I am on the path of immortality when I can have that much orange juice and still walk around and just feel normal? Well, no, I feel better than normal. I feel very good. You feel like the Masonic Lodge's symbolism is usually in the old world buildings. Yeah, I agree with that too. There aren't any of those buildings here. That's what I mean. This place just feels different. There's something about this place that has like, it's like energetically powerful in a way, or energetically peaceful. It's like a peaceful environment. You're pretty sure our life force energy is the sun. Yeah, it is. But what is a fruit? It's sunshine manifest. It's secondhand sunlight. Most people live in places where the sun doesn't come out, or there's lots of cloud seeding and stuff. Like, I think most clouds are artificial. So, like, all this, that's not natural to have the sun blocked out like that. So, oranges and stuff, beautiful. Fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. Not vegetables. I'm not a vegetable lover, to be honest. Mandarin is a hybrid fruit. We made that. Well, that's what they say. Does it matter? No. Does it still clean you? Yes. Does it still provide structured living water? Yes. Is it still sunshine manifest? Yes. Is it still healthier than any other food in the supermarket? Yes. So who cares? From 1 out of 10, how clean am I? I don't know. 7? Nah. 6.8. 6.8. Whereas most people are running around at like a 2 or a 3. Yeah, 6.8. I'll go with that. That feels like the right intuitively. Out of like, if 10 is like perfectly clean, I'm around 6.8. I would say that's a fair assessment. Not even that clean. I've just been informed. How amazing though. There's so much to do. 6.8, too high. That's crazy. I've done so much work. That just goes to show. Most people are running around at like a 2 out of 10 for thing. You love my cadence and way of talking. It's brilliant. Thank you. I like to speak in plain English in a way that everybody can understand. Why do the deletes spread evil when we could all live in the heaven dimension? Well, heaven is up there. How are you going to get there when they chopped all the trees down? How are you going to do that? Hey. So you got to build it here because they chopped all the trees down. That's what the Tower of Babel was. They were trying to build a way up. And even these days, they're trying to do it. They try and send rockets up. They try and, like, they're SpaceX. Oh, yeah, SpaceX. They're trying to go up there. Trying to go to heaven. You can't just go there. Well, actually, that's the thing. You can. If you have a stairway or something, you can just go there. That's the whole point. There used to be trees that went all the way up. You're maybe a 2.8. Bro, if you're on 100 days of watermelon, you're definitely more clean than a 2.8. No doubt. But even then, get on the oranges, bro. Next time, when you run out of watermelon, go and get a load of oranges. Tell me, because if you're on 100 days of watermelon, wait till you try the orange. It's so good, man. I don't know if you can feel it, but when I drink one of those, my energy instantly goes up. It's like an instant boost. Really cool. Do I drive fast? I don't. And I don't see the benefit. You want to rehydrate. Yeah, there's too many filler words these days. Yeah, I don't like to waste any word. I don't want to sound, I'm not trying to sound smart, use big words. You know, like Russell Brand, he uses big words on purpose to sound smarter than he is. I don't want to do that. Like, it's obvious how smart someone is based on their ability to convey information. Like, I don't want to waste words or any of that. Can you build strength with body weight exercise detoxing so body has support for activity? You don't really want to use machines in the gym because they create imbalances because they're leaning. So it's like if you use a chest press, you're leaning all the rest of your muscles on it so you can put everything into your chest. So that's creating an imbalance because all the muscles that would normally support that chest movement are being supported by the machine. So when you get off the machine, you have an imbalance. So body weight exercises are the best, yes. When I find you, I show you something. I don't know if I like the sound of that. You'll never find me, though. And if you did, I don't want to be stream stalked. So if you just come up to me and be like, hey, I was watching your stream and I ran to meet you, I would be like, hi. But in the back of my mind, I'll be like, my body would be like, back away, you're being stalked. One thing also is that you start feeling is how juice falls into your system when it's fresh. Yeah, it is different when it's pasteurized. But like I said, pasteurized is good because I eat food every day. My first juice of the day is always pasteurized. It's always good. And it's like half the price, less than that. It's like a third of the price of the fresh stuff, or half the price. Like that mandarin juice, 1 litre was $6.99. To be fair, it's about the same as the pasteurized, just a little bit more. That's fine. It's on offer at the moment anyway. So spiritually, I know things are good for me when they're on offer. I know that sounds weird, but if I go in the shop and something's on discount, I know that I'm supposed to have it. You're friendly, you told me. You don't have to tell, if you have to tell me that you're friendly, my brain was immediately like, this guy isn't friendly. And my brain was like, oh, he's trying to tell me. If you have to try and convince me that you're friendly, then. So there's something called self-qualifying, which is where like, if you say like, hey, I'm this or I'm that, it automatically kind of makes it sound like you're not. So if you have to say that you're friendly, then there's something in you that believes you're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said that. It's like how a dog doesn't have to say, "Hi, I'm a dog." It just is a dog. But if it wasn't and it was trying to be one, it would say like, "Hi, I'm a dog." It would put on a dog costume and say, "Hi, I'm a dog." But because it is a dog, it doesn't need to say it is a dog. Do I use music to get an instant energy hit? Yeah, sometimes, but I have to be in a room on my own to play music loud, really. I don't just walk. I'm not run for walking around playing music loudly. I've got some headphones and they're Bluetooth, but I don't like that. It feels like it fucks with me, the Bluetooth. So I need to get some wired headphones. And again, I just don't have the time lately to listen to music. I'm always doing something. Like, I'm always doing something in terms of detox or realignment or spiritual evolution or making content or something. I'm always doing something. Listening to music, I just haven't had time to do that at all lately. Even this stream is just like, this is me doing something. Like, I've been talking on this stream for, what time is it? 5:30. I started this at 2 p.m. So that's 3.5 hours I've been streaming, constantly talking, speaking to you lot, answering questions as well. So that's consistent presence. That's 3.5 hours. That just shows you the kind of presence that is available to you once you clean and heal your body. If you follow the detox protocols that I've outlined, you're gonna heal and clean your body, and you're gonna be able to be this kind of present where you don't get distracted and you can do something for hours and hours and hours without any kind of distraction. I'm present like this all day. I never daydream anymore, very rarely. I'm always present, always focused. Impress juice. Yeah, it is good. The Mandarin one. The Mandarin mango one. Michael Jackson, want to be starting something for instant energy hit. Yeah, that's okay. I like techno, to be honest. I like some of Michael Jackson's music, though. He's got a really cool voice, or he did have. Listening to you is somehow healing. Yeah, I've heard that before. Do you know what it is? It's more further proof of the power of the detox. I have healed myself, and now you're getting residual healing just from hanging out with me. So if you just do the healing, then you will have this kind of energy all the time. You don't need to listen to me. You can just do it for yourself. Are evil spirits teachers? Everything is a teacher. Not just evil spirits. Everything will teach you. Negative experience teaches you more than positive experience. Positive experience is like, it teaches you things for sure, but negative experience teach you loads. It sucks when it's happening, but you always get level ups out of it. Why do you fear? You're a small guy and old. If you see, you not fear anymore. But I find you 100%. Yeah, bro, I don't like that energy you're approaching this with. It's not about fear. It's just about, I have a ward in my body that protects my energy from any kind of thing like that. I don't want to meet someone unless I really know them really well. If you have committed to finding me, that's creepy. I would rather you didn't try to find me. If you want to develop a relationship with me, just hang out here. Maybe we'll get on. Maybe we'll be friends. Maybe we'll meet someday. I'd have to know you really well to want to meet. But to say I'm going to find you a few times and then sort of insist that we're going to meet, that's, to me, I don't really want to meet. And I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know that I don't, like, I'm good in my own energy almost all of the time. So if you want to meet me, you're competing with my solitude, which is a very tranquil place in many, many ways, a lot of the time. So to compete with that, you got to know me pretty well. I'm not roasting him. I'm just being honest. So most people think honesty is roasting because most people are used to people not being able to speak this fucking their mind. I'm just able to speak my mind. I'll just say what I'm thinking. And that's just honesty. I'm not trying to be a dick. You go your own way, but in the road, you're going to find me. I know what you don't mean it in a way. It's just the way. I don't know what country you're from, but it's just the way that you're speaking. It makes it sound like that you are like trying to like look for me, even though I've explicitly said if I wanted to meet you. But I know what you mean. You think you're saying that we're going to bump into each other randomly one day through happenstance. I know what you mean. Not directly. Exactly. That's what you mean. I get it. I'm not an idiot. Oh, what? It says live will end in 5 minutes, and it's not giving me an option to do anything about it. Hold on. Well, then normally it gives me like a puzzle to solve here, but there isn't one. Why not just let the interaction happen if it's going to happen? It's not going to happen. I'm really guarded with my energy. Everything I do protects me. I'm not just going to meet people for no reason. You think that I'm an honest, genuine, and kind human. Thank you. Somebody sees it. I like you as well. Pasteurized doesn't take the nutrient out. It just kills the juice bacteria. Yeah, so it's hard to destroy nutrients and minerals with like heat, and pasteurization doesn't destroy them. And so it takes out it. Obviously, pasteurization takes the life out of the juice, the electricity, which is fine. It still has the sugar and everything in it, so it's not the worst thing ever. Pasteurized juice is still pretty awesome. Obviously, raw is way better, but raw will ferment quicker, so you got to have a cleaner body to do raw and be comfortable. Oranges definitely cleanse. Yeah, they do. What do I think about expressing through fashion? This is the fashion. Elephant pants, elephant shorts. I love it. Elephants are my favorite animal spiritually, and these are cool. How do you learn to protect your energy? You just have to after a certain point. Basically, this live stream is about to end because it's not giving me an option to complete the verification, which it normally says. So I'm going to go. And it's been nice talking, but I'm going to shoot to... Well, I've got to go to my hotel and change the room and get some food. So thanks, everyone. It's been fun chatting. And if you want to... Double war telepathic elephant. Yeah, and if you want to learn how to detox, remember, all the info is there. Link in my bio. Manifest peace and happiness and infinite energy. So have a cool day. Thank you.